It? Oh, look at that. How fantastic. So, hello, guys, and welcome back. This is Lauren. I am David, and this is sort of David's Vegas podcast for now, but we're changing the name because people are getting lost in the name. More of an influencers podcast.
Yes.
And so yesterday I want to apologize first off and say sorry. We had that uncomfortable phone call with the Cox. They were uncomfortable, by the way, because service. Apparently, if you just like spit out your window, your service degrades in Vegas.
That is correct.
It's Cox has quite the monopoly.
Cox,
and
yes, and they suck.
And they refer to their name adds to like some of the things that they're referred to when you get pissed off at your internet service. Sadly, anyways, this is what happens when there's a monopoly in your town. All right, yes. How many? Do we have more than 5 people?
It's 2.5.
2.5. Okay.
Before you.
We can see the questions. That's good.
Before you do, Alex wants you to say.
Oh, by the way, we want to thank JK Golfer. By the way, thank you so much for this wonderful, fantastic mic.
It's beautiful.
I got a mic.
Great.
And then this one came out, and we were like, holy crap, that's a nicer mic.
Yes, much nicer.
Look at it. It's so cool, the colors and everything. Cool. So let's just say, JK Golfer, thank you, sir, very much. We appreciate all.
Yes.
Everybody who has, I know a lot of you guys have sent us equipment and stuff, and dude, we love it. I mean, it's fantastic. We have a fantastic community. All right, so Sticky's got some pictures. So this is going to be kind of the what's up in Vegas right now.
Just talk to each other for a second. Let people come in.
Oh, we're gonna talk to each other. How you doing? How's that?
That's
it. You know what? If you don't know, Lauren is a high limit Cosmo dealer, and she brought her shirt in because she's literally going to work right after this podcast.
I am.
We were supposed to be scheduled yesterday, and of course our internet went out because it was a little windy outside.
JK Golfer said you're welcome.
JK, thank you, sir. That's fantastic.
It was more than a little windy out.
Yeah, it was a little windy.
Super windy. It was ridiculous.
Dennis was like, to be fair, it was very windy, huge windstorm.
Yes.
But let's be fair, like, are you kidding me? Like, just a little wind and your stuff is blown over and we're out of service?
Right. Some people have things to do.
Yeah, crap to do.
That's right.
By the way, the one takeaway in Vegas is the internet. I don't know why they haven't gotten this squared away. They're working on it. But there isn't. We're waiting for Google Fiber, dude.
Yeah,
we need some Google.
They're working on it very slowly, and it's not happening fast enough. And Cox is also ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, overpriced. But you're not in LA. LA people will tell you you have no idea what overpriced is because they have Time Warner out there, and let me tell you,
everything in LA is overpriced.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. So we can't complain too much about the prices because
that's true.
And then the poor people in Texas getting hit with like $10,000 electricity bills. We have some of the cheapest. We have literally some of the cheapest electricity and food.
Yeah.
Electricity is cheap. Food is unbelievably cheap here. So cost of living, even though rents are starting to go up, the cost of living for food has always been, and the way that was explained to me, by the way, is that we're at the convergence of a lot of supply routes. Like sometimes the cost of food to get to some areas may be a little higher, but because of where Vegas is, like we got to 15. Now that we built out that pass into Arizona, food tends to be cheaper.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Plus, we have a lot of grocery stores.
During the pandemic, when the casinos were closed, there's just like a little market in Laughlin that had closed down because their suppliers were the same suppliers for the casinos, and all the casinos were closed. So the suppliers didn't want to go all the way out there just to supply this one little market.
I don't blame
they ended up closing.
No, I don't blame
So
them.
I can see how Vegas is kind of a hub for, in and out, and
Pahrump got their food because they got the bunny ranch out there.
Oh yeah, that's
everybody wants to drive out to Pahrump. If you don't know what the bunny ranch,
down?
No, they closed down. I'm kidding.
God,
because those truckers, they got somewhere to lighten the load, so to speak.
That's part of what's on my. Look at that hair.
Really?
Look at my hair.
All right, so here's
part of what's on my thing is that some of the strip clubs are starting to open back up.
We're off the strip clubs. Yeah,
we'll get to that.
So we're off our. All right, so this is a Thursday, by the way, not a Wednesday. We're adding a new. So here, can I introduce some of the news? Do we have more than 5 people?
We have 2.5. No, I'm joking. We have 28 right now.
We have 28? Yeah, because normally we're off Wednesdays, so it's going to be a slow.
Thank you to all of you who joined us tonight.
And then the latter half usually adds people.
Okay.
So we're adding another, and this is, we record this and we upload this onto, I finally remembered, we have Spotify and we're on, I did this thing, it's on Anchor FM, for any of you guys that are on Anchor FM, and then Spotify. What else? We're on everything.
Spotify, Apple.
We can't figure out where the hell on Apple it is, so I don't know
what is Anchor? I've never heard. Is it like a podcast?
It's just a place to upload podcasts.
Oh, okay.
It's actually
it's basically
by
just
Spotify.
a software to like make it easy for you to put it on everything else.
So you can.
I use Stitcher. Are we on Stitcher?
We're gonna put the link down there after this one. We're gonna add the link.
Okay.
So after this one's done, when we upload it, publish it, we'll add the link in the description to go right to Spotify, and you can hear all these at your own leisure. You can skip through the good parts. Those would be my parts.
The good parts?
Yeah, Spotify.
I mean, Lauren's like,
no, hey, if you're looking for something to help you fall asleep, definitely listen to David's parts. I mean,
wow, really? All the way there, just 0 to 60.
Yeah.
My God. All right.
Hey, time is of the essence. I gotta go to work.
Listen here. I know.
Why wait?
Listen here. We got to introduce our Keno numbers of the day, by the way.
Oh,
hey,
okay.
We have a guy up our forums. So we have forums on CasinoQuest.biz, and we had a few people have chimed in on their favorite Keno numbers and their big Keno hits.
Oh, nice.
So we're trying to get the time together. As you know, we're opening this new store in March 1st, or we're trying to open it. It'll probably be like the 3rd or 4th. So we've been slowly collecting all that stuff. We're gonna live play it here on the machine we have here. We're gonna test out the number. But anyways,
cool.
So one person submitted a whole bunch of numbers that they've won on, some really nice jackpots.
Okay.
They're like me too, because they go from nickels to quarters. They kind of run the gamut of games depending upon.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And some nice hits. Some of the numbers that we missed out on, they won. Big numbers.
It makes me jealous.
So hey, I'm curious. Does everybody take pictures when they win now?
When
you take a picture when
I
you
see
win?
a lot. I don't anymore.
No?
I did for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Because
I
now
did
it's
for a
not
long
a big
time.
deal.
But honestly, then your phone is just filled with all these pictures, and then once you spend the money, it's gone, and then you got this picture to remind you that
how depressed you are today that you didn't.
That I don't have that money still.
Yeah, I know.
But I see a lot of people taking pictures.
I mean, you used to not be able to. If they saw you taking a picture, of course, back in the day, you had to pull out a camera, and it would make a noise. Nowadays, everything's on your phone.
Yeah, but generally at the slots,
yeah,
you've always been allowed to take pictures at slots.
Of
just
slot
not
machines?
at the tables.
No,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
I guess I always, because because I was like literally at I remember actually trying to take a picture of a few people in front of a slot machine at Caesar's Palace.
Really?
And they told me to stop.
Wow.
This is at the $1 Million Babies. Oh God, they were so fantastic.
Huh.
I hit those up. There was like an ATM machine there. They finally took them out.
Well, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you kept winning money here. It's like an ATM machine. I couldn't believe it. I don't think I ever lost on the $1 Million Baby. Always broke even or won money. It was right there before the
That's
forum
why they
shop.
took them out.
Dude, I was like, 3 times they rolled the wheelbarrow. So that slot machine, they had the wheelbarrow. When you hit the $1 million, they literally wheelbarrowed you the cash right there.
Wow.
Wheelbarrow in a wheelbarrow, like wheelbarrowed you the
Wow.
cash. I don't know if you could take all
That's
the cash.
awesome. I mean, you probably could, but
It-
do
3
you
times
want
it
to
hit in,
walk
like,
out with
2
$1
weeks.
million in cash?
Yeah, you might not make it far. That's the problem.
You better have at least one security guard escorting you out.
You gotta
there.
have it. You gotta. I'd like that in a check, please. But no, I would want that
Right.
to cash. I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
see it in the wheelbarrow. You kidding me?
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
I mean,
and then
just
take the
in a
wheelbarrow
wheelbarrow.
back to the cage and
I
write
want
me
the
a check.
wheelbarrow. I want the wheelbarrow.
Okay.
I wonder if you got to keep the wheelbarrow. Does anybody know wheelbarrow on that game?
Let us know.
Anyway,
If
there's
anybody
topics.
knows, let
There
us
are
know.
topics. Yeah, we
Yeah.
got topics. We're gonna go over our topics.
I was going to tell you about the $1 million. We used to have this player at the Rio that would come in, big bot player, and he came in with a big bag one time, like from a store over at Bellagio or something, right?
Yeah,
It was a Bellagio
yeah,
bag,
yeah.
and he set it on the chair and he goes, "I'll be right back," and he left, and we were like, "Ooh, what's in the bag?" $1 million.
$1 million.
$1 million in
Yeah.
cash. What? He just
Yeah.
set it on the chair. Here, watch this. I'll be back.
Alex has a story about something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Kinda
amazing
cool.
how much money moves through this flipping,
yeah.
for the casinos.
Yeah.
We had a guy come into Casino Quest with this front pouch. You know what I mean? Like where you hold a baby, but there was no baby. It was literally just cash.
Wow.
And so he was literally like just opening it up and just showing, us like the
Wow.
cash. He was going back to the Venetian to go play. So they were working on strategies, to spend the cash.
Got
and I was
it.
like, dude, I want to carry enough cash where I need like a
pouch.
it wasn't one of those.
Like-
It was where
like
you
a
hold
really
a
big
baby,
fanny pack kind of
like
thing.
yeah.
Wow.
Hook
Wow.
me up. All right,
That's very cool.
Ready? All right, we have topics because Lauren has to get to work eventually.
I got a couple hours.
All right, so the very first topic I thought would be really cool, which I came so close to buying a car. So Vegas has their very own, not just a Carvana thing, but the Carvana vending machine with the cars.
Wow.
Look at that. That's live right now. That's at Morgan Catherine's Way, I-15 South between Spring Mountain and Flamingo.
So, what do? You put your credit card in or something, and you push the button, and
dial
it just brings down the car?
Can you imagine that? Just like bending a handle. And yeah. They have vending machines for everything, dude. Vending machines.
Wow.
I would just want the car at the very top. I don't even care what the hell it is.
Just watch it come all the way down.
I just want to see that thing go, dude.
And roll off the thing.
Can you imagine?
There you go. Wow.
Dude.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic. By the way, I have a few people that have bought from Carvana. And I have to say, normally, I was in the car business. I worked out here for Mercedes-Benz. And at one point, don't ask me if I liked it or not. Just whatever you do, don't ask me.
Okay. I won't. Did you
all right,
like
so
it? No, I won't ask you.
So
If you want to tell him, just mute the mic.
Yeah.
No, I got it.
It was I worked there for 1 year. I made a ton of money.
Good.
Commissions they pay are outrageous.
Oh, good.
You just don't go in there expecting to deal very much. There's not a lot of dealing unless you really want to just be browbeaten for 2 hours and make your way out.
Gotcha.
I hated that part of it. I actually had a lady come up to me towards the end of that experience and tell me, listen, this is not for you, honey. Because I hated browbeating. Because if someone came in and they didn't want to buy a sticker, you have to literally go through this whole process. You know what makes car deal? Like, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
People go in to buy a car and it's like hours. They're just, it's a nonstop negotiation. And they're always coming back with, well, the reason why you came here was because, you know that we aggressively price our cars and we do this and that. And like, dude, I just want the best deal possible.
Right. So a couple things I have to say about that. First of all, a lot of these places now, like CarMax and I think Carvana's the same. Like the price is the price. There's no haggling.
Nonsense. That's
really?
absolute nonsense.
There's still haggling?
I went to a no haggle place, and just out of curiosity, I was on the phone with the salesman. I said, "Listen, I just got a quote for the exact car, $400 less. Call me back when you can drop the price. Not a lot, but just $400.
Yeah.
I just wanted to test if that was a thing. I got to call back within 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Hey, you know what? Good to know.
And what you don't, I can tell. One of these days, I'll give you guys all the big secrets, the car business, okay?
Yeah.
Because at least if they show you that invoice, that MSRP invoice, like what the dealer pays for the car.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
Okay. All right.
So like they'll show it to you. They'll bring it. They'll say, you ever wonder how they have those deals where it's like, you get treated like an employee, 5% under invoice.
Right.
You have to imagine like, how do they make money if you're selling it for less than what you paid?
It's not.
They're making money there. They're making money. Yeah.
What's the magazine? Consumer Reports.
Yep.
I'm like, you read Consumer Reports, it's going to tell you what they really paid for it, and you know what I mean. So that's good to know. But then years ago, many, many years ago, I dated a guy who worked for the Jaguar dealership.
I love Jag out here. Godin?
I don't know.
It must have been Godin if it was out here. I bought my first Jag from Godin.
And it was something about the maintenance being so expensive, and he had to deal with this customer who was just about the maintenance. And I said, it is really expensive. He said, listen. And I'm sure it's the same with like BMW and all. He goes, listen, if you can afford to buy a Jaguar, you can afford to have a Jaguar fixed.
Yeah, no,
and
that's
true. And I thought, fair enough.
That was a whole selling point of Mercedes. Listen, you're here, you're not going anywhere. This is the price. Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
And that was literally the whole mentality.
Yeah.
If you want to haggle on price, go down to Kia. They're right next door.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And by the way, those Kia guys were tough. They were the best hagglers around. Anyways, let's get on. This is on the business channel, by the way. We have moved this from entertainment to more business because a lot of our focus is kind of like the economics, things that are going on. All right, so in that vein, by the way, before we get to the rest of the thing, I just want to say that we have a new show. It's going to be called Vegas Influencers.
Yep.
As many of you know, do we have more than? We still have anybody out there? I'm gonna get regular updates. Blink.
66.
Oh, nice,
Okay.
66. All right, that's better.
All
That's
right,
good.
they're
That's
starting to come in
plenty.
now. Yep.
So we know a lot of people in Vegas, a lot of different levels of Vegas, all over, from hotel clerks to hotel managers. I just got the phone with a fantastic COO today, or yesterday actually, a COO of a casino group in Colorado.
Oh wow!
And that's how we're going to end this segment. By the way, I didn't give them all the literature, but I'll at the very end. That's a little teaser to keep you guys interested.
Right.
I've
Don't go
got
anywhere.
jobs. If
Don't
you're
change that
dealers
dial.
or you're in the casino business, we've got a line on quite a few jobs, like all over the country, and it's a good sign of things that are opening up. But anyway, so on Fridays, Not this Friday, maybe not even next Friday, but the Friday after that, we start a brand new series. It's going to be called Vegas Influencers. We own the domain vegasinfluencers.com, by the way. We picked that up years ago. And we're going to have all of our guests we're going to have everybody from casino managers to VPs to COOs to entertainers.
Big people in the industry. Big people.
And by the way, we have someone who is literally... I can't tell you who it is, but let's just say there was a movie company and they made a big movie. It was really successful, and what this person was involved with, it was big. They made a ton of money.
Okay.
They're considered like literally the player in this arena. It has to do with gaming, and they've chosen to come on and talk to us first.
Nice.
And
nice.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. So yeah, that's the thing. So we have quite a few things coming out. We have some new apps for you guys. That be free. We have the Crapsy app coming out soon. It's in beta. Some of you Patreons out there already played a little bit. And I just talked to Chuck over there with Crapsy, and he's updated. He took a lot of your feedback. He's incorporated the hornbats, the C&Es. He's working on the presses. So all of you guys, thank you very much for contributing to that app. And for those of you new to the channel, it's going to be free with a paid-for option. So the basic functionality of the app will be free.
Okay.
And then if you want to do tournaments and group play, multiplayer, this kind of thing, so if you'll be able to fill up a table and play online, and it's literally the best craps application you've ever seen, hands down.
Great.
And I've seen plenty. This is the best craps app for those of you who enjoy craps.
So what's our target date as far as when we think it's going to
So originally our target date was March 1st, but I feel like he's trying to really work with the community, like the people, and trying to, we want this to be a perfect thing.
Yeah, perfect.
And so it'll be a work in progress.
Okay.
By the way, same with our new training platform. We are going on. Those of you that have bought into the training platform know that it's a lifetime. You get it for a lifetime, and we are evolving. We've taken your feedback as well.
Yep.
And Lauren is going out. Lauren and Alex are going back to California to film more episodes and give you much, much more.
Some updates.
Yep. So we're evolving that. All right, let's get back to.
All right.
How fantastic Carvana. I want to buy a car from Carvana now.
Just so you can use the vending machine.
And let me tell you, they have this whole white glove experience. My last person, because of the whole pandemic thing.
Right.
They came with gloves, everything.
Wow.
And the great thing is they come right to your house. And I just bought another car. Mm-hmm. And I didn't have time to do the whole walkthrough of all the crap that's in cars nowadays.
Right.
Because listen,
there's a lot.
There's a lot of stuff in cars. Can we just say that Dennis's new favorite feature is the ball washer? Can we say that live on because how
ending stream right now.
So how stream is done. You know how Tesla has the they have these software updates.
Right.
So they have a thing called the ball koozie, right? What's it called? Testacuzzi. This is a thing on Amazon. It might even be Prime.
Okay, pause. The way you made it sound, it doesn't come with the Tesla. That's a separate product.
Yeah, but you gotta wonder, they're gonna have a soft, and then next thing you know, there's gonna it's this thing that you can buy.
My question has to be.
You have questions?
Of course I have a question.
Because Lauren's like, excuse me.
Excuse me. What do the women get?
Listen. I can't go there. That's not
Testacuzzi.
PCs. That's my PC, man. Okay. All I know is what I can talk about personally.
Okay.
I can talk about vanilla yogurt, whipped cream, and this.
And a Testacuzzi.
And so we're wondering, at what point do cars just drive you around? You know what I mean?
Don't like it.
And you don't like it? I know you've mentioned this.
No, I think it's not safe. I mean,
well, what happens when all the cars drive you around? Then it's safe.
No, it's not.
Because it's not up to
the only way it's going to be safe is if there's nobody walking or riding a bike on the road.
That's true.
Right? If anybody's walking, roller skating, skateboarding, if there's any pedestrians on the road at all, or on the sidewalks or whatever, or trying to cross the street, it's not safe.
Well, so here's the thing. Vegas, auto driving. Vegas is a tough place. If you come here, the driving will be so frustrating for you.
Yeah.
We have so many people from so many places that come here, and everybody apparently lose their mind at the same time because we have slow drivers, fast drivers, people from New York that are used to doing all these different dynamics, all converging on Vegas.
Yeah.
And if you and so some of us take it in stride. Like Alex is a very sort of consistent. He just they call him the panda for a reason. He's just like, hey, people are honking at him. He's waving. You know, he can't be bothered. You know what I mean? He just puts it in like auto drive and boom, done.
Yep.
Me, Alex sat in my back seat. So they wanted to put a video thing in my car and just film me because I'm a pretty aggressive driver. I grew up in New York City, Boston, and I can't be bothered. I want to get to point A to point B. I like people to put their blinker on. And it just annoys me that people are so distracted. They're on their phone. They don't pay attention. They're not playing.
It's very annoying.
So I could be a little passive aggressive on the road. And of course, Alex will just sit there grabbing onto things, trying to like secure himself to the seat.
See, and I learned how to drive in LA.
Oh.
So LA is a very, defensive but aggressive kind of zipping in. So when I drive with you, it doesn't bother me that much.
No, Dennis is fine with it too.
Yeah, I'm
Dennis
like,
doesn't get bothered.
Whatever.
But some people, Alex had to sit in the back seat the other day. He's like, listen, I'm sitting in the back. I felt like an Uber driver because I had no one in the front. I had two people in back.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny. I have some friends who, when I drive them places, they want to sit in the back. Yeah.
And that's okay now with Uber. It's fine. It's like more of a thing,
But when I have them in my car, I go a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Because I just know. Anyway.
Yeah, no. My mother is a lead foot. Even 80 years old. She loves to just. She hates driving. She needs to get
there.
Yeah, that's it. I got no time.
I just want to get there. Yep.
All right. So here's the thing. Okay. One of the things I wanted to talk about because we've had this talks a lot. By the way, we can't talk about a few things, but let's just say. We keep we avoid politics. We don't think politics plays a role in what we do.
Correct.
As much as it sort of does in some ways, but enough politics. You want politics, plenty of places to get politics.
That's right.
However, we also try to be on the positive side of things. Like we recognize a lot of negative stuff going on. You can open up. Listen, every time I open up the thing, it's like I got 5 people telling me the pandemic is going away, and then I got another 5 people saying, but there's this new variant, and all hell is might be unearthed and everything else, and so so I want to keep it positive. So here's some positive things. So one of the biggest positive things we have going is that people are betting on Las Vegas recovery. If you followed Penn Gaming stock, by the way, there's people out there with the Penn Gaming shirt. Look at this. Timmy is calling me. Hey, Timmy. I'm in a podcast, buddy. Look at this. Look, right in the middle. Can you text Timmy and tell him I'm busy? That little bastard. We have people on trying to get into our chat thing saying, can I speak with Timmy? And I'm like, excuse me.
Oh, really?
You don't want to? Timmy? Who wants to speak to Timmy? Timmy's a little bastard. We don't speak to Timmy.
Apparently, a lot of people want to talk to Timmy.
And of course, he's like the one person that doesn't know we're doing a podcast. But anyways, all right. So Penn Gaming, there's people going around with the Penn Gaming hashtag shirt because like if you bought in at $350, when it dived, it's over $100 a shirt.
Oh my God! Wow.
I mean,
wow.
So interestingly, they have adjusted up the price targets for quite a few casinos now that the recovery is sort of settling in. Mm-hmm. And we have seen it in the sense that, so here's last week, for example, I had 2 Penn Gaming casinos out of market call me and ask for dealers. I had Colorado call me and ask for dealers because if you know that there's a law that passed that increased their limits, added Baccarat.
Yep.
So that's a thing. And we have a number of casinos here locally that have tacitly talked about, hey, we're winding up. What do you got going? What's going on? So as much as they haven't actually started the onboarding process, it's in the mix. They're coming.
That's awesome. And I'm sure that you told them about our new online training and our videos and that, right?
Well, only to the extent that I did, but I know that you guys are going to go out there and sort of upgrade that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So did I give you a picture for the stocks are up thing or no? Probably not. No?
Next thing I have is fries.
Yeah, so I think that, in general, you have to believe that everything is positive,
I've said this before. Vegas always comes back.
Yep.
Vegas always comes back. Yep. I mean, like it did after 9/11. It did, after the market crashed in 2008. Like it just does. People want to come to Vegas. They want to have a good time. They're, and right now they're sick of just sitting at home and doing nothing and being scared to go out. And now that people are getting the vaccine and the numbers are going down, people are like, okay, maybe we can get out and venture and let's go to Vegas.
Yeah.
No,
I think that's
we've taken our hits, but we always come back.
Yeah, Vegas has adapted. You know, if you look at the two biggest markets that I've always compared, you know, are Atlantic City and Las Vegas. Atlantic City was all in on gambling. They had higher limit tables. That, you know, they didn't invest in like pennies or nickels and that kind of thing. They stayed away from all the themed elements that Vegas, you know, became known for.
Correct.
They didn't make the investment in food and entertainment and these kinds of things because, you know, if you look at it, Atlantic City has a huge demographic, right? I mean, it's literally like you know, there's lots of, you know, big cities.
Right.
And they could have, you know, built out real entertainment venues. They could have they could have worked more on the experience as a whole,
right,
as opposed to focusing so much on the gambling. Because there's only so much, like if you're out with your family and you bring your kids and your wife, you know, and you're looking for something to do, you know, for the summer, Vegas has literally everything. We used to have Wet and Wild, the circus scene.
We still have Wet and Wild.
Well, yeah, but it's not quite on the strip. It moved, yeah.
Right.
And Vegas,
it used to be right on the strip. That's right next to Sahara.
Vegas made that investment, increased the market share, and ultimately sort of created this perception of being a destination, you know, for everything.
Well, there were a few years in there where Vegas was kind of like they tried to build themselves as a family place, right? Bring the kids. There's plenty to do. Yeah, they're kind of veering away from that a little bit now. But that's where the Wet and Wild popped up. That's where, you know what I mean? There are all the Excalibur games down below, you know, that kind of stuff.
By the way, I think that was a smart way to go. I personally like the evolution of Vegas. Away from that? It's not so family-centric. You know, there are things for kids to do. There are casinos that you can go to. Circus is still very sort of, you know, family-centric. But I like the movement towards the adult theme park type thing. I think that has a better play.
I agree.
If you really want something for young kids, there's Disneyland, there's these theme parks.
And that's just it. Like if you come here with young kids, there are things to do with young kids.
Right.
But there's nowhere, like, you have to stay with your kids. If you're going to be with your kids, you're not going to be gambling anyway. Why would you come to Vegas?
And Vegas now has this whole sort of, you know, the foodie experience, the club experience, the drinks, all these things that, you know, beyond gaming. That is really adult. It kind of puts this whole package. You know, come here for anything really. If you want to get away and you want a nice room, that type of thing. But I think that, you know, for that couple or, you know, the mindset of really coming here and having an adult type of experience, I think that's a good way.
Vegas, almost every resort on the Strip has signature cocktails, right? They have different dining experiences, you know, restaurants that you can't find anywhere else. I mean, like, you know, they're one of its kind in Vegas kind of thing. Yeah.
This has really become foodie pre-pandemic
really
foodie capital.
Yeah.
I mean, tremendous options as far as that. Although
and will be again.
Pricey is all hell, but hey, you know, it's a tourist destination.
Right. You're on vacation. You're going to spend a little more money when you're on vacation than you do at home.
Just look for coupons. There's always good coupons out there. We're trying to put together coupons, by the way. We're working with a few casinos. So those of you out of market who we're trying to, you know, pull some juice and get some discounted rooms, you know, kind of put together the whole thing. Obviously, post-pandemic. We need this pandemic to be kind of in the bag a little bit.
And also, if you are going to gamble, and, you know, majority of the people who come here do, get a player's card. Make sure you use it when you play. Get those comp value, the comp dollars, right? Because just because dinner is expensive, they might pay for half of it.
Yeah, and if you're looking to come back to Vegas, like in the very near future, when Vegas is going to go to 50% in the beginning of March, and then, you know, scale up from there. I mean, everyone's pretty confident that, you know, before the summer, we should be at 100%. Everything should be moving forward. And I can almost guarantee there's going to be lots of incentives to kind of, you know, create market share. These casinos will be really hungry to create consumers or new consumers and build out, you know, their property as much as possible. So my thoughts are there'd be lots of incentives to come. So even if you're not a high value, you don't see yourself as a high value player, you might be under consideration. Call, ask, see what they have available.
That's right.
And sometimes, by the way, the emails that you get, so if you're tapped into some of these, you know, Penn Gaming, whatever it is, and you're part of their card, a part of their marketing, some of the options or discounts might not be so clear. You know, sometimes you can actually call and you can gain access to, you know, more incentive. Just by having sort of a personal relationship. They have a host, for example, and even hotel clerks in many cases have access to things that aren't that aren't published. Let's say. When my friend worked I had a friend who worked as a hotel clerk at the MGM for many years, And they always had option to sort of a free upgrade on the room.
That's right.
If you asked for it, you had to know to ask.
Sure.
In fact, he wanted to put together a book on all the things you don't know to ask in Vegas.
That's a great idea.
And that's one of them.
Yeah.
You know, in fact, a lot of places, just for sort of walking through the place and sort of saying that you're a guest at the hotel, used to give you a VIP pass, like a pass to get to the front of the line. You didn't have to be a player.
That's correct, but I don't know that that's a thing anymore.
That might not be a thing anymore.
Yeah.
By the way, at the Rio, man, when they opened the seafood buffet, no one got a pass. Like
No.
you literally had to
You
be
were waiting in line for 3
Yeah.
hours with
So,
everybody else.
But it helps to just ask. You know,
Yeah.
don't a no is fine, but just ask. You know,
Yep.
hey, what's available to me? You know, I'm thinking about coming out. And in many cases too, if you add a room night, if you add like a third night, sometimes they'll have incentives. You know, if you plan on staying longer.
Right. But the thing is, it doesn't hurt to ask
Yep.
because you're never going to get it if you don't ask. So you might as well ask. The worst they say is no.
Yep.
Right?
No,
but
that's
hey, a lot of times
100%.
they say yes.
A lot of times they say yes. One of the other running things we used to have is that if that third night, for example, a lot of the properties back in the day would give you a discount on your meals or provide you with a credit towards like a breakfast, that kind of thing.
Yep.
Almost automatically. And of course, people didn't know to ask. That was a thing.
Right.
You know.
Right. Yep.
All right, here we go. Ready? Here's a very interesting, and this is another way that Vegas is moving forward. So the long money is on Vegas's recovery. And the Koch brothers came in along with the original owner of the Fontainebleau, which became the Drew. So there's a property on the Strip. What's your name, Dennis? The next one, next picture.
Picture.
He's a little bit. He's a little bit out.
The property on the Strip?
Yeah, the Fontainebleau. It's picture
The
number 3,
Drew.
sir. Picture
Drew.
number 3.
So we're just going to skip the fry thing?
We missed fries.
Oh,
Yeah.
we'll go back to it.
We'll
We'll go back to it since we already have the picture up.
Oh, there it is. Okay, so this place has been through quite a bit. So this was going to be the
it was going to be the Fontainebleau,
and then it changed to the Drew.
and it was going to be the Fontainebleau, I believe.
Yep.
Before 2008.
Yep.
It's been sitting
For a while.
for years.
Years. Yep.
Because the market crashed and
80
they ran out of money and
Yep.
then plans changed and
Across the street from that was the Boyd. Boyd had built what was going to be their very first strip resort, which is now Resorts. Resorts came in and bought that over.
right.
That was sitting there empty.
which
The
is getting
county-
ready to open soon.
It's getting ready to open, and the
a few
county got
months.
so frustrated with that because they had just this ugly steel thing sitting on that property
For
forever.
a long time.
And the county made them put up a big fence so people didn't have to
Kind of
look at
hide it.
To kind of
from the
hide it.
Tourists.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Fontainebleau developer lost this property. I don't know what the whole situation was. And then another developer came in and bought it, and then they renamed it. It was going to be the Drew.
Okay.
Well, that guy lost it back to the Fontainebleau guy
Ah.
who came in with the Koch brothers, or not the Koch brothers. One of them has passed, by the way. With I guess the company that is Koch, the
Okay.
Koch company,
Okay.
and made this investment to acquiring this property and getting it ready to be. So here's a problem
So
with that
what is
property.
it going to be called then?
So it's going to be called the Fontainebleau now. It's
Oh,
back
it's back
to being
to
the
Fontainebleau.
Fontainebleau. That's
Okay.
what people think. Of course, there's plenty of time to change the name.
Right.
It is going to be. It's an 80-tower hotel, which makes it one of the largest towers, freestanding towers in Las Vegas. So
Okay.
it's quite big. And it's going to, it was originally built to cater to that convention traffic. You know what I mean? So that was really, that was the thing. So they're working on finishing. They say it's 75% finished now. The problem became, because it sat so long, some of the pipes went bad.
Oh, okay.
So that was when the Drew came in, I know that there was an issue with them they had to address these pipes.
Right.
And they were going to have to make a significant investment to do that. It was going to take a lot longer than they thought. And then that became its own issue.
Right.
But now finally, I think this place will be, obviously they're going to have to go back and fix a few things, but I think this
Right.
property will be done, which will be interesting because, again, this is the north side of the Strip.
Right.
So now you're going to have this massive tower,
And resorts.
resorts
World.
across the street.
Right.
You have, just down from that, of course, is the Wynn. And very close on the other side, on the same side of the road, they have added, what is it, a Gordo Taco? There's this whole sort of little
Tacos
mini
El
plaza.
Gordo, yeah.
Tacos El Gordo, which is a real popular, there's lines coming out the door.
Where is that?
It's sort of across the street from Fashion Show, right?
okay.
It's up the street. It's not too far.
Okay.
Up the street from
It's a little
Venetian.
down the street, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it's become a popular sort of foodie place. There's also like a laser tag thing there. There's this whole, lots of synergy is coming to the north side of the
Right.
Strip.
Right.
And then you have the Strat blowing up,
Yep.
dude.
Yep.
we go to the Strat, as you guys know, we play at the Strat quite a bit, and it's amazing. So it's one of the busiest Baccarat, high limit Baccarat pits in town.
It's crazy.
At the Strat.
I know, it's crazy.
We were there in the middle of the day, and it was busy.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday.
Yeah. Very, very interesting.
Right?
Have
you ever heard? Can you imagine?
No.
The Strat.
It's at the Strat. Yeah. I mean, good for them.
No.
That's fantastic.
No, Brian's doing fantastic things.
Yeah, he is.
Post-COVID, that whole other pit's going to open, and I think that they're going to, it's going to be a place to be.
Yeah.
That Ultra Lounge,
sure.
they have this lounge upstairs, the 107th floor, and you can't, the views are amazing.
Is that like up where the restaurant and
it's
the
like just
rides
under, I
and
think.
stuff
Just
like that?
under or just over.
Nice.
So they have a couple tiers. So if you're like me and you don't like to sit close to the edge and like literally look down 100 floors, you can kind of sit elevated kind of in the back.
Gotcha.
The
So
great
you don't
thing
feel
is
like
it's
you're right at the edge.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's built on a platform. By the way, I'm not going to be talking the whole flipping podcast. We're getting to the damn those jackpots later, but listen, we always have a few.
White Goodman, thank you so much.
What casinos have a single zero wheel?
Well, not most. On the Strip, most casinos have one, but usually it's in the high limit room. The only place I know or have ever known that had one outside the high limit room was Venetian and Palazzo.
Cromwell has one right on the floor.
Oh, there you go.
Not for $5, $25. Cromwell has
That's
one
what
right
the
on
one
the
at
floor.
Venetian was.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they're expensive. If you see them, no one but high limit rooms pretty.
But the odds are better, so.
The odds are better. Some places, if you get to high limit, they'll roll it out for you. Rio used to have it available for certain customers.
Oh yeah, certain
Neiman.
customers. Yeah.
That was
There was probably about 5
total.
About 5 different people that the Rio would bring it in for, but it was not available just for anybody.
And Neiman wanted it right on the floor, right? That was the thing. He wanted it right on the main casino floor.
He wanted it on the main in the high limit room, but not in one of the private rooms.
Oh,
so
I
it
see.
was like
so
in the
main
high limit room.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because I actually never met the guy, but I would see the sheet.
I met him
in the
enough.
break room.
I didn't meet him.
Yeah.
The only thing I ever got was I walked into the room. He went, nope.
And then that was it.
I turned around and I walked out.
Dude.
That was it. He wanted male dealers. And, they ran out of male dealers because he was like, nope, new dealer. Nope, new dealer. Give me a new dealer. And so they brought me in and he was like, nope.
That was it.
Okay.
That was the first person I ever saw a posted list of crap that he need. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So they have. So I was new to that level of play, and in the break room at the Rio, they had this sort of list of things that you couldn't do with this guy. You couldn't say good luck.
Right.
Yeah.
You couldn't make eye contact. I think when you are an actor and you go somewhere, isn't it called a rider? Right.
A
so
rider.
it was like a rider.
Yeah.
He had.
You know who else had a rider at the Rio? J-Lo. Did you ever see that one?
Don't get me
I
started
saw
on
that
J-Lo.
one.
So that's the next topic.
I would love next topic. Oh,
we don't talk J-Lo.
We don't. Wow.
I guess prizes.
Yeah, let's go back to fries.
We're gonna go back to fries.
Yeah.
But can I do the Ultra Lounge? Okay, screw the Ultra Lounge. Just visit, and we'll you can just come out
It's
here.
not open yet, though.
We're
is
gonna
it?
have a big party. We're gonna get Brian to let us have a big group. We're gonna
When's it
we're gonna
it's
bring
not open yet,
Patreons
is
out
it? When's it
there. We're
supposed
gonna
to open?
advertise it. It is open.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh yeah, no, it's
okay,
open. Oh,
open.
you can
Great.
go up there and have fun. They have milk. In fact, I
hear the
saw
way
them.
it still looks
I was
wet.
at a room. I got a room the other day, so I needed to nap. We were filming so much, I needed a nap. They gave me a room.
Nice.
And as I was watching the TV, it looks like they have milkshakes up there too. I'm
I'm
not a big
sure
drinker, but milkshakes
I'm
in.
sure they do, and I'm sure that they're alcohol infused milkshakes.
Just so you know, I had
a really big thing now.
I had a triple layer chocolate cake from the overnight. They got me.
Dennis,
It was fantastic.
Did you know about this?
Yeah, I know.
Ooh.
It was fantastic. Anyways,
Oh.
let's go to fries.
Okay, let's go to fries.
Hey, okay.
The sad thing?
Here's going to be a little hating over here. Ready?
Go ahead. You said let's go to fries.
Yeah, fries is next. Are we going back to fries?
We can't go to
Wait, give me a
fries.
second.
I know. I love that, by the way.
can't go to fries.
That place, I got a story for that place, dude.
For
What
fries?
time do you got to go to work?
I got some time.
All right.
Relax. I'm looking at the clock.
All right.
I'll let you know.
Another $5.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, sir, very much. Is this the same guy?
Yes.
Would they
Or
be
back-
made if I did a one and done single spin and high limit? Oh, would they
Would
be
they be
mad?
mad?
No, they wouldn't be
Nah.
mad. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You want one and done? You want to stay for 15 hours? Whatever you want.
By the way, you ever see those high limit pits where it's a bunch of dealers are just standing around looking all? Walk right in.
That's right.
Say hello. No one cares.
Right.
It's not like.
That's exactly
by
right.
the way, it's not exclusive. So there are some casinos that have rooms that are specifically have a door that's closed, and yes, those rooms you can't go into. Those are private. But those generally the miscellaneous high limit pits. Like if you have questions or walk right in, go right in, say hello. Right. You can meet with the cashier, get a sense of, some of them have their own like host cashier area.
And when the dealers are standing around not doing anything, walk in, ask them questions.
Yeah.
They're more than happy to talk to you. They got nothing else going on.
Don't be intimidated by the high limit sign. If
Anybody
you're interested,
is allowed in there.
And you'd be surprised, some high limit rooms just are $25 tables. They're not as high limit as you think. Now, if you're at the Aria, high limit, it's probably gonna be $100, something like this. But a lot of places, $25, especially if it's midweek and during the day shift.
Yep.
And you get a nice seat and a lot of cocktails quick.
Yeah, usually because they have their own bar in there and their own bartenders and waitresses in there.
And sometimes their own cage, their own cashier. You can cash out right there.
That's right.
So listen, if you're a $25 player, which isn't, it's a good thing. Just go high limit. Screw it. Yep. All right, what were we talking about?
Fries.
Okay, so Fries. So here in Vegas and across the world, by the way, they shut all their locations.
Fries is
for all of you guys that love fries.
You're so happy about that.
I'm really happy about that. I'll be honest with you.
Why.
Okay, so first of all the salespeople would always be in the bathroom. You ever try to use a bathroom at a Fry's? I don't know what the hell the deal was, but forget about it. I would go in there and there'd be a line of their service. They always had all this staff. But meanwhile, none of the staff really knew anything. They were just there to sell you crap.
Yes.
It was like walking into a car dealership and I'd be like, dude, I just want a computer. I need you to help me find the computer I need.
Yep.
And they'd be like, listen here, fella, I got the computer for you.
Yep.
And then God forbid you wanted the cheap tablet or just a cheap laptop. They were like, you know what? It's over there. I always felt like when they first opened, so excited. I used to go to CompUSA, which closed out here. That was another electronics store closed down. Circuit City closed down.
I know.
Fry's filled the void.
Yep.
And they had a lot of electronics there. It was a great selection. But man, they went this path of high pressure sales and
always trying to upsell you.
Always trying to upsell.
But just for $50 more you can get, or for $100 more you can. Look, this is my budget.
Yep.
This is what I want. I've researched it.
Yep.
And they're like, yeah, but okay, we're out of that one, so let's give you this one.
They had a lot of parts. If you like to build computers like Dennis, it was a great place to kind of look around, do your own thing. Say, listen, I don't need you. I'll come here and I'll buy my own thing. But now you kind of can go literally. They have that PC part picker. It's much easier to do online now. And, you get it delivered within like an hour to your house. They're building a new Amazon distribution center right down the street from Dennis.
Yep. Oh.
And they're going to have like minute deliveries, dude. He's going to call in an order and they'll be like, listen, 5 minutes. I'll be right there.
Right.
Quite literally.
Put some pants on. We're at your door.
Yeah. It's literally it's in an area that's underdeveloped. And really could use this kind of employment center. So I think that's going to have a big impact.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
That was a quick one on Fry's. I know there's some fans out there. I can't imagine there's that many fans left because that place, they shot themselves, dude. They whacked their own business.
It's been going steadily downhill
that place.
For a while.
Everyone agrees.
Everybody agrees?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
When they first opened, it was a thing. And then it just slowly descended into madness. Who was running that place? Even their online, even their website was crazy. You couldn't figure out, I don't know. You try to pick something and what store. I don't know, it was nonsense. Okay, good to see them go. Bye-bye. All right, next up is literally the Greyhound Bus Station. Okay. And that's what it looks like. I didn't show the door because the pictures that they had of the door were a little bit sadder.
Okay.
That's sad enough.
Yeah.
I have been on the Greyhound out of Vegas.
Yes.
And as funky as that terminal is, the LA terminal is worse.
Yes, it is.
You come into downtown LA, it's a turnstile. You get off the bus, you go into the turnstile, and you feel like you've entered jail.
Yeah.
You entered prison.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, where do I bend and spread? Because I'm guessing they're searching for something there. I mean, I couldn't believe it was that. When I first got in there, because I've actually taken the Greyhound cross country just to try it.
Really?
I would not recommend it.
No.
I used to love going cross country. I've driven cross country now probably 10 times.
I mean, if you don't have a car or you can't afford a plane ticket or whatever, it is what it is. You do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But For me, you're at somebody else's mercy.
Yeah.
You can't just, oh, look at that place over there. I'd love to. Nope, now it's gone.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just pull off the road and go, you know, be a tourist or. No. I mean, you're not going to be able to stop and see the world's largest ball of twine or whatever on a Greyhound.
So back in the 90s, I had some time.
Okay.
You know, it takes about 5 days. You could get across the country in 3, but 5 days if you're sleeping and not peeing into a diaper kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yep.
On a Greyhound, it took like 8 days, 9 days, maybe 10 days. I forget, but 8 or 9 days, something like this. So they had a deal, $250 to Boston out of LA.
Okay. Wow.
$250.
Wow.
Okay. Let's just say that was a terrible experience. Okay. So here's the thing. I got off in some town somewhere. Someone used the bathroom, and that bathroom was never to be used again. And it was so disturbing.
Oh, no.
Like literally for hours and hours and hours. I finally get to this depot. And it was because they have a Greyhound has pit stops like in the middle of nowhere, right?
Well, because they stop and let people off, pick people up. They have these layovers or whatever. Yeah.
So, first of all, listen, be prepared to see things that you never want to, you can't unsee on a Greyhound. People are so funny. They'll do anything. After enough hours on the Greyhound, they literally will do things that you cannot believe another human being has engaged in. But anyway, so this person destroyed the bathroom. Like, I mean destroyed. Like, it wasn't working after they used it. It was that bad. And it was literally, like, created this issue. And so the bus was going to go, this was they needed a working bathroom. The bus, they were going to not decommission, but apparently, you know, sanitize and make this bus a biohazard, but they had to get to somewhere where they could, you know, a main sort of depot, whatever. I just couldn't take it anymore. So I ended up at one of these, you know, little towns where they drop you off, and I had to pay another $250 to catch the next. I had to buy a new ticket. I couldn't stay on that bus.
Gotcha.
I literally could not, you know what I'm saying? Gotcha. So I had to do it all over again.
Oh,
and I'm only out of LA. I forget, I think I was in Colorado at the time. I think it went up on the 50, it went through Colorado, this kind of thing. And I was in some town, and for a minute there, I didn't think I'd be able to get a ticket because I got off at around 3 o'clock in the morning. And this place wasn't going to open until 6. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, what if you can't buy a ticket here? Holy crap, I don't even know where the hell I am. Luckily, it wasn't all that cold at the time, so that was good. But holy crap. But anyway, so about the Greyhound station that we have here.
Yeah.
It's closing. It's by the plaza downtown. It's been there for a long time. And in terms of downtown sort of upgrading and gentrifying and this kind of thing, it's kind of an eyesore now. It needed to go a long time ago.
Yeah,
There's better
now
places
it's going
for that.
to be...
So the plaza is going to redevelop it, 50,000 square foot of space. And even the plaza said goodbye, take care. They didn't re-up the lease. And I think the plaza is going to give Circa a run for its money.
Oh,
I think they're going to shoot for Plaza, just like the Strat. The Plaza has, you know, come up. They're very friendly towards social media people, by the way.
Oh, good.
All they ask is that you play at a certain limit, and then you can just film and take pictures.
Nice.
They love having all the interaction. You know, you've got some good restaurants, good vibe.
Filming, not being able to film at, you know, in the casino or at the tables or whatever, it's not going to be a thing for too much longer because everybody has a phone now. And everybody, you know, all you have to do is turn the camera on and walk through, you know what I mean? And they can't stop everybody. It's just... Yeah.
So the other thing the Plaza is going to do, which I think is fantastic, is they have that whole Symphony Park they're going to connect to.
Okay.
So there's, you know, lots of features throughout that, and I think it's a great opportunity to create... To integrate a lot of the arts, you know what I mean? And, you know, again, more of an adult theme type of thing.
Right.
You follow?
Yep.
But I really think the Plaza, Capital and the Plaza will start rising a lot.
Great.
I mean, it's got a great location for downtown. It's literally like the cap of downtown.
It is.
And this will add a lot more space, a lot more opportunity for them to really create some excitement. I think that's going to be a good thing. All right.
Yep.
So Greyhound's leaving, and that's it. That's all I got.
All right,
my sheet's
I'm
over.
Read this.
Well, we got some.
Chocodiles says.
Chocodiles.
Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. And sorry, Lauren didn't get to play at your table, but in June for my bachelor party, I'll be looking at you dealing at Cosmo High Limit at Cosmo is great. Okay, so thank you because you did come in and say hello, and I got to meet you, and I appreciate that you did that, and you tipped me even though you didn't play, and I appreciate that too. You're awesome.
Yeah.
And we'll let you know in June. I'm not sure if I'll still be there in June.
Whoa, wait a minute.
What?
Is this news?
What?
Holy smokes. Let me call my accountant. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love Lauren, by the way. Lauren is going to be taking over all the teacher. She's going to be running the school. She's going to be running our training platform. We have our franchises, and Lauren will be sort of the lead instructor. She'll be running all those teams to train the Casino Fun Night franchisees. So we're gonna make everybody a high limit dealer.
Okay.
And Lauren is a fantastic educator. She loves teaching. This is why she's been involved in the school, and she locks it down. We love that she locks it down.
That's right.
And because teaching is like sort of a balance between having some structure and creating some opportunity, and also having coaching, correcting.
That's right. Having patience.
Having some patience.
That's right. So.
And Lauren, is very detail oriented.
That's a really nice
way of putting that. Otherwise known as anal.
I was just gonna say I have a nickname.
Yeah, she does have a nickname. Very
here.
detailed, and that's the thing with being a dealer. There's a lot of details.
Yes.
You got to be specific.
Yes.
You got to cut out checks a certain way. You got to cut cards a certain way. You got to make alerts.
And having been doing it for 28 years, I know exactly how it's supposed to be done.
Yeah.
I mean, you might come watch me deal at the Cosmopolitan, and I'm not doing it the way it's supposed to be done sometimes.
Yeah.
But I know the way it's supposed to be done.
So, by the way, here's the thing too. You have to understand once you're a dealer, after you break in, when you break in, the casino doesn't trust you. The casino game doesn't trust you in that sense. Wherever you are, wherever you break in, you're breaking in for a reason. Once you get to a place like Cosmo, Aria, these kinds of casinos, you've been a dealer for a long time. The casino knows they're hiring an experienced dealer, and so the same level of supervision isn't there. And dealers will do things that are more complementary to the game. I saw a dealer at a higher tier casino the other day that was bringing in checks and making change out of the same side. You know what I mean? And so that's a thing. You have a $25 check, you bring it in, you splash 25, boom, and then you bring it into your rack without even thinking about it. Now we teach you, the left and right, this kind of thing, because you need to have that separation when you're breaking in.
That's right.
Breaking casinos
That's
look
right.
for that. It's the only way they can manage break-in dealers because you don't have the experience, you don't have the confidence, you're going to make mistakes, and supervisors can catch mistakes when you're doing things in a very structured way.
Right.
Lauren doesn't make as many mistakes. The end game is this person gets paid, and they can reliably bet that is accurate, and that's all they care about.
That's right.
They care about the money going in, the money going out. That's the biggest concern.
Yep.
So, anyways, there's that.
Okay.
What else you got?
Anyway, let me know in June when you're going to be here, because I'll let you know if I'm still there. So what else we got, Dennis?
What else you got, buddy? You got any more questions before we move on to the big stuff? Because we got big stuff over here.
Big stuff.
We have questions. I'm just saving this for the end. I just put
For the end?
super
All right,
chats
Gotcha.
right away.
Okay.
Oh, if the super chats are going to interrupt, that's fine. Super chat away.
Yeah.
Well, you can talk
okay.
about your
It's
jackpots.
amazing to have.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So before I get to jackpots,
Ooh.
and I've got pictures for jackpots, but I'm gonna hit the what's going on in Vegas first.
Okay.
Nightclubs are reopened.
Oh.
Some nightclubs are going on.
Fantastic.
We've got Marquee, XS, Tao, Omnia, Dre's. Right, they're all, mostly on Fridays and Saturdays, but it's going in phases, right? So there's social distancing restrictions.
Yep.
There's only 6 people allowed per table. Less tables.
Less tables,
You
yeah.
have to wear a mask when you're not eating or drinking.
Yep.
Right. And the price has gone up a little bit because
Really?
there's less tables available.
Yeah.
From what I saw online, it's about the minimum is $500 to get a table.
Wow.
Right?
Okay, so I went to a club the other day. I won't mention where because I don't want to pan or provide any commentary. But I didn't experience the raising of the prices. I did experience that you have to sit. They give you a table. There's you're not standing and milling around.
Right. You're not
kind of thing.
mingling.
Which I love because I went to Dre's one time, if you don't already know, and they charged me for 2 bottles $1,500 to sit down. To sit down. I show up at Dre's, it's packed, and it's all these young people.
Right.
I'm with someone who is a little bit younger, and I was like, well, where can I get a seat? And they're like, sir, only reserved seating. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
And it cost us $1,500 to have a table.
Right.
And the way they do it is that here's the liquor. You pay for the bottles,
Right.
so you
The
don't actually
table's
pay
free.
for the table's free.
That's right. The table's free, but
It's
you buy the
it's the
alcohol.
booze that costs, and
Yeah.
2 bottles of booze, $1,500. It was a nice table.
Oh,
it was
sure.
a nice table.
I'm sure.
But so
But
now you can
it
sit
better
for
be
free.
15 Well,
and you drink. Oh, okay, but the drinks are more expensive. I get it.
Right now you can't sit. It's $500.
And the place that I went to has food now. They added food. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
So a lot of places are making changes like that.
Pivoting.
And the same thing with pool clubs, right?
Yeah.
The pool clubs, the day clubs, the pool party kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But they also are charging. You have to, it's a lot of it has changed. If you're used to just walking into a pool and going and partying and whatever, it's not the same anymore.
Yeah.
So if that's your scene, it's not my scene. It hasn't been for a long time. The nightclubs and the pool parties and stuff like that, not my scene. But if it's yours, just do your research and call and find out exactly how it's going to work, or make your reservation, whatever.
Anywhere I can wear my Speedo, Lauren, I'm in. Speedo Central. Okay. I just won't be jumping off.
It's people like you.
Yeah, I know, who make it difficult. I understand.
That's right.
Yeah, there's no speed.
Okay.
Hey, okay, I was gonna comment about the clubs, but when it goes to 50%, that's gonna change.
I'm sure.
I really think
I'm sure. We're talking about right now. What's going on right now.
And when everything comes back,
yes.
I honestly think a lot of places are gonna consider some discounts. They need to get people in seats.
Yes.
We need to lure everybody back.
Yeah. Also, strip clubs are starting to reopen.
Oh, really? The strippers are back?
Sapphire, Spearmint, Reinhardt,
Whoa.
Crazy Horse 3, and Palomino. Those are the 4 that I saw online.
Wow, really?
Yes. And again, social distancing guidelines.
Some of those party pits are going to be cleared out here in a minute. They're all going back to dances.
Right?
I mean, no, seriously.
So, yeah.
If you're running a party pit and you've
Sure.
had a lot of people, you may want to you need to hire.
Right.
You need to rehire because
get ready, because as soon
polls
as
pay.
they open to the 50%, you're going to lose even more.
Those girls, they're working on their college tuition. They make bank, by the way. Absolute
Of course they do.
bank.
I've said for years,
Listen
I've said
here.
if I had the body for it, I'd be swinging from a pole.
It's ridiculous.
I would. I wouldn't have become a dealer. I would have become a stripper. Why not?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Work those 10 years to death. Save up that's the problem. They don't save up the money.
Yeah,
They go right to
right.
college.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay, so shows are starting to reopen.
Shows are.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, comedy shows and some concerts and magic shows. Thunder Down Under, Jabberwockies, and some cirque shows are back open.
Yep.
But there's less seats available because of the social distancing guidelines.
Yep.
And they sell out much faster now than they used to.
Yeah,
So
25%.
Right.
The Jabberwockies, America's Got Talent, right?
Yes.
They're fantastic.
Yes.
They really are fantastic.
Yeah.
We have a couple of those shows still in play. There's a few magicians also that are America Got Talent winners. That one Asian guy,
Oh, he's
that's
amazing.
the sleight of hand guy. Oh,
he's
he's fantastic.
Shin Lim.
Yeah, that's it.
Shin
He's
Lim.
really good.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So good.
No.
So if you're coming to Vegas and you're interested in going to see a show,
Ramping up.
book before you get here. Don't wait until it's not like it used to be where you could just walk down the strip and that ticks for tonight and not right now.
Yeah, how are
Not right
those
now.
doing? Half price tickets isn't a thing.
I doubt it.
I mean, that's got to be
I
tough.
doubt it right now. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What else you got?
Okay, let's get to jackpots.
Ooh.
So it's been a long time since we've gone over jackpots.
Yeah.
So I've got a whole
Tons.
list of stuff between New Year's and Super Bowl.
Okay.
Right? Apparently there was quite a few big winners.
Big.
So the first one I'm going to talk about is at Planet Hollywood.
Uh-huh.
Right? Somebody hit a royal flush on Ultimate Texas Hold'em for $325,000
Wow.
at Planet Hollywood.
Holy crap.
Right? I couldn't find a
Was that a
picture
progressive?
of the hand. It was a progressive on the table.
I mean, it's a royal flush.
$325,000.
That's nice.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
how
and they
sweet
pay
is
that one. That's not paid out in 20 years. That's just paid out, right?
Oh yeah, that's where they write your check,
And
or
just
bring
go
you a
home.
wheelbarrow full.
Bring a wheelbarrow. I'd be like, wheelbarrow, please. 'Cause
Right,
I want the collectible wheelbarrow.
right.
All right, what else you got?
So I've got Fremont Casino had two really good ones.
Wow.
A 5-play poker machine. So it's a $1 5-play. So you're actually betting $25 a hand.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. And
There you
it dealt them
Yeah.
4 aces.
Oh, my God. Wow, there it is.
For $10,000.
And no kicker, how
That's
sad.
a different one. Actually, I'm going to talk about that one in a minute.
Oh.
But it
Holy
dealt the 4 aces.
smokes.
It was 5. So
they
all
got
5 lines
Aces.
and $2,000 on each line. So $10,000.
No kicker?
No kicker.
Oh, that's depressing.
I think it wasn't a kicker. I don't know.
It wasn't
Anyway.
a double-double. It was just a regular double. The
I-
regular
maybe.
double.
Whatever it was $2,000 per line.
Wow.
So
10 grand.
yeah, 10 grand.
Nice.
Okay, and then also at Fremont, leave that picture up, Dennis. And
That's
also
it.
at Fremont, There was a penny dancing drum machine. Oh, put the slot machine. That's what the slot machine one was. The dancing drums. 88-cent bet. They won. Nope.
That's all I got, Lauren.
Oh, really? I didn't give you the other one?
It. What's the other one?
That's
88 cent bet
88
won
cent bet on a
12,000?
penny machine.
Wow.
$12,011. $12,000 on a penny machine. So this one here that you guys are looking at, these 4 aces right here, was at a place called Jackpot Joni's, which is very much like Dottie's, right? It's just a local. There's all over town, right?
$200 a hand. Good
and they're
Lord.
betting, $200 a hand. It's a $5 machine. They're betting 40 coins. That's $200 a hand,
Dude.
and they got those 4 aces for $16,000.
Wow.
I mean, $200 to $16,000. That's a
the
huge
most,
risk.
You know the most I've ever heard of being won off of 5 cents? They have this balloon thing on the U1s at Dottie's, right? And you can bet a 10 spot plus 6 balloons, right?
Okay.
1 nickel pays $8,000. It's basically
8,000 nickels?
$8,000.
Holy moly.
And a woman actually hit it. She got 10 numbers and 6 of the balloons. Basically, she got a 16 spot.
Wow.
She hit a 16 spot.
Wow.
That should have paid a lot more, to be honest with you.
Yeah, for 1 nickel, though?
1 nickel, though.
$8,000 for 1 nickel?
$8,000 for 1 nickel.
That's pretty good odds. I'd take it.
That is quite the win.
Okay, so the next one is the at the Orleans. There's 2 at the Orleans. The first one was a $5 poker machine with a $25 bet, 4 threes for another $10,000.
Yeah, well, you bet $5 a hand. I mean, that's the thing, you know.
Well, yeah.
$25
No, you're betting
bet.
$25 a hand. But still $10,000. I'll win $10,000 in a heartbeat.
I got a full house on a $5 machine, $1,000.
Right.
Because it's 40 coins.
Right.
You had $25, 40 coins.
So it's nice.
$1,000.
So, here what you're looking at is at the Orleans.
Wow.
Right? 7 cards, straight flush, no joker.
Wow.
$150,400.
Wow.
Right there. See all those yellow chips?
That's fantastic.
$150,000.
That's all thousands.
Beautiful.
Those are bananas. Those are the kind of bananas you want.
Yep. Those are the kind of bananas you want.
Yeah.
So those are all $1,000 chips right there. It was $150,000.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Those won't constipate you like the other, although they probably would if you took it that way. All right,
Well,
what else
don't
you got?
eat 'em.
Plaza?
At the Plaza, 2 things at the Plaza: a $5 poker machine with a $25 bet, Royal Flush for $20,000.
Oh, well, that's going to be all day long. I mean,
Right?
that's any $5 machine. They used to have a progressive one at the Gold Coast. This woman, this little Asian woman comes in the Gold Coast many years ago. Mm-hmm. They had this $200,000 $2 8 spot that you could bet on the paper keno board.
Okay.
She hits it. Okay.
Wow.
And while she's there waiting for them to write the flipping check, she sits her ass on the $5 a progressive video poker machine that was up to like 20 or no, I think it was like 30 something thousand, but whatever,
God.
a lot of money. And she hits that. And by the way, the cackle that came out of her voice, like the noise that came out of this little Asian lady was like, wow, holy crap. Wow. She was like beside herself, and we were all beside ourselves too because we were like, what the hell's going on here? It was literally on day shift too. It was like an hour, 2 hours into the shift. The floor was dead. It's like a Tuesday or Wednesday. And the only traffic is this woman just collecting all her money, you know what I mean, going back and forth in front of the table. And I was like, see, I think that's maybe a degenerate gambler, dude. Just hoping that one day I could win $220,000. 2 different, what are the odds of hitting an 8 spot on a $2 card?
And then going and hitting a $30,000
and then I go $30,000.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
God.
When it's your lucky day, it's your lucky day.
I want one of those days.
I had a friend back in Laughlin. He was a poker dealer. And he went in and it was slow and they said, do you want to work or do you want to just go? He's like, I'll leave. So he played nickels. He hit a royal on nickels. Then he went to quarters. He hit a royal on quarters.
Wow.
Then he went to dollars. He hit a royal on dollars.
Oh my God.
Then he went to $5 and hit a royal
oh my God.
Boom, 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 all in one night. In the 8 hours his shift would have been,
right.
He won like $30,000.
He's like, I'm calling in tomorrow.
Right?
This is working out for me.
That's the best EO anybody's ever had.
That's fantastic.
So last but not least at the Plaza, a 25-cent keno. It was a $4 bet. They bet 16 coins. So for $4, 6 out of 6 for $12,480.
See, they compounded. They put all of it. So that's a way to get to the 20. What was it? 20. So $4.
$4.
So there's $1 each. So the only way to get to $4 because a quarter is the most you could bet. So it's all 6. So hit the 6 times.
It's a caveman keno though. It's not even a 4 card.
Oh, but no.
$4.
It was on 1. It's not a
this
four
is it
card
right here.
Oh,
No, it's
okay.
Caveman Keno.
Wow,
Right
because
there.
did he get all 3 eggs?
He must have gotten something with the eggs.
Wow, 3 eggs.
Yeah.
Dream come true, buddy.
Yeah. So
Good
that one was
for
for you,
you.
David, right? I wanted
And then
to
they
show
take
you
a
that one.
picture of you and they put you up on the Hall of Fame, dude. You ever see those Hall of Fames they have at the big winners?
I do, and they only do that if you allow them to. Like, you don't have to do
I'm going to
that.
be, listen here. You come right over, take my picture. I
Right,
want to be on the
right,
wall.
right.
I want to be on the wall, and then when you're done with the wall, I want the picture back, please. I want the picture with the frame. I'm going to put it on my wall. I'll let you borrow it for like, a couple. I want to be on like the billboard. You know how they have like one lucky winner,
Yeah.
with somebody with a
out
wad
on
of
the marquee,
cash,
like
on the marquee.
yeah.
I would so
love
do that,
Holding
dude.
up that big old check. Right? Those checks
Please.
are like
Yep.
this big. You gotta hold them. Yeah.
Yeah, I would so
Yeah,
do that.
I would do
What's
that.
disappointing is when they have some guy that won like $800 or $1,000 with just like, and they've given him more
nothing.
cash
Who
than the actual
cares?
jackpot.
Right.
I want to see the
to make
people
it
that
look
win.
better.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? To make it look better. Yeah.
Yeah.
They never ask me when I win big. They never ask me if I want to be on the marquee. I think they come over and they're like, "Yeah, no, we're good. Thanks
Well,
a lot."
but how big? Like,
I mean, I see people on the marquee for like $2,500 or the Wall of Fame. I used to walk around Texas Station play all the time. I fit there for $4,700.
Okay.
And I see pictures of people won
That's true.
$1,500.
That's yeah.
What happened to my
Yeah.
$4,700? What? Am I chopped liver over here? What's going on?
Yeah. How do they decide who gets asked?
I think they have someone in. I think they have like someone in the media that comes around and they're like, listen, if you don't have the right teeth, or you don't have, whatever the case is,
Oh, maybe.
You know
Maybe you
what I
have to
mean?
look a certain way.
or anyways. So
Yeah, okay. Well. Okay, so that's our news. That's our jackpots. That's what's going on in town.
I think we got some questions.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, who wants to? Well, let's get to the questions.
Anybody? By the way, this is my new our new tan Casino Quest hat designed by
Very
none other than
nice.
Dennis.
Very nice.
And we've got new polos. We got new everything.
Yeah, I had
I'm
the new
always
polo
shilling.
on
I'm
last
always
night.
shilling for the flipping for our merch, dude. Always shilling
Yeah.
for the merch.
Oh, yeah.
We got CEG
Yeah.
merch now on
Yeah.
Casino Quest, by
Yeah.
the way. We
And-
got lanyard and hats together. You get it together. You just get
There
it
you
one
go.
thing,
There
easy
you go.
shipping.
Yep.
All right, what else you got? Do we have how
we
many
got?
people we got now? I keep asking. That's gonna be a recurring theme. We got
know.
80, 70.
148.
Whoa, 148.
148.
Wow, we're growing.
J Tex Casino
That's how come?
just hopped in. How can one acquire?
Oh yes.
Acquire on
So
the Casino Fun Night franchise.
go to CasinoQuest.biz, and if you are interested, there's going to be a few different tiers. We're going to it's going to be a pretty easy business. We have a guy right now who is coming out to Vegas with us. He runs one of the biggest Casino Fun Night groups in the country. Pre-pandemic, 600 events a year. He's kind of networked on the West Coast a little bit.
Yep.
And he is working with Casino Quest. Hi, John.
Hey, John.
And we have been putting together a list of people interested in this franchise. So it's
Mm-hmm.
a casino fun night, and it's a fantastic thing. We have the tables, the equipment, the training, all in one. Mm-hmm. And you can run it in your own town. You can run it as a mobile. We have people who run it right out of their storage, and just you don't need a lot of space. You can run it
No.
right out of your house, even your apartment, really. And you'd be amazed at how many people love to rent, have a fun night, a casino fun night experience.
Yep.
And if you just have like you and the kids, the wife, it's a small group, whatever the case is, that's always a plausible thing. But you can also set it up as a retail environment, something like not as big maybe as what we have at Casino Quest, but you only need like 800 square feet.
Yep.
You could have a few games, and you can play and have tournaments, things like this. And now Casino Quest is going to support you on a national level. And if you give us a couple weeks, and you're going to be stunned at how national it is.
David says a couple weeks.
I know.
Give it at least a month.
I'm
We've
very-
got
well,
So
I'm-
much going on.
No,
We're
I'm
working on
talking
everything.
about the other thing. So we had a national something or other come out and see us. We don't
That
wanna,
one.
We
Yeah,
can't
a
jinx
couple
it.
weeks. Couple weeks.
And
Yes.
we love it because I know that there's a lot of people who either are out of work or are looking to pivot from maybe the work that you did,
Yes.
or whatever it is. And this could be a real fun way to pivot. We're gonna limit the Casino Quest thing to so you'll have your own area. We're gonna support you. We're gonna help you with the bookings. I mean, all you need to do is lug your tables around, learn how to deal,
That's it.
and show up and have fun. Really.
That's it. And we will
And,
help you learn how to deal.
You'll come out to Vegas. You'll meet all of us. Lauren will be your trainer. Or we'll have a team here.
Yep.
We have people that are going to handle customer service and billing and all those stuff. We want you guys just to focus on your customers, your people, your network.
Yep.
So, okay, answer that question. If you are interested, all you have to do is go to CasinoQuest.biz, and we have a little chat thing there. Just submit your name, Tell us who you are. We're gonna get back to these people. In order to do that, we want you to become a member on the site at the very least. That way, we'll have your email and your contact information, and we will be following up with you. We have a number of people.
It might take a minute, but we will.
It does take a minute. If you're not specifically requesting a reservation at Casino Quest, all that stuff is forwarded to me, Alex, Lauren, and whoever is going to be managing this stuff. So, but yeah, that's the story.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep.
All right, good. What else you got? Good question, buddy. Did you curate that one? Wow, fantastic job.
I got that one a little ahead of the queue.
Really? Oh, good.
Just a little bit.
What else we got?
This was earlier to when you were talking about Crapsy.
Oh, yes. All the apps.
Okay. By
the way, if you like the Crapsy app, you're going to love everything else because this guy is literally fantastic development company. A big, here, you go.
Oh, I was just going to say, William wants to know, is there going to be a roulette app?
Yes. The short answer, yes. The long answer is we're going to have all the apps.
Yep.
We're going to have every game built out for the first time, not as a gambling app to, lose money, win money, this kind of thing, but to play, work on strategies, sort of evolve your learning experience. In some cases, that we're going to use them as learning tools, and we're going to tie them into sort of the videos and the learning environment. So wherever you are, you can play the app for free.
Yep.
And then you can tie into like the videos, our training platform, this kind of thing, give you a deeper knowledge. And if you want to be a dealer, it'll be that easy to sort of upgrade the experience.
Yep.
And this, the company that is working with us is, Chuck. He's his group, but his team is fantastic. And you know what the difference is that he's a gambler. He loves craps. I mean, he's not just there making an app just to make an app.
But see, I have found that when you're involved in what you're doing, it comes out better.
Yeah.
If he wasn't a gambler, if he just read something or watched a video or whatever about craps and then tried to design an app, it's not going to be as authentic.
Yeah.
This guy knows how to play. He knows what people are looking for. He knows, what's exciting about the game.
He knows the kind of experience they want. Yeah.
Sure.
Wait till you see the tournaments, man. I can't even express to you enough. When we were in COVID and we had to play the table and we had a lot of you guys on Twitch and this kind of thing and we were doing the dealing, this is sort of the evolution of that so that you guys, everyone can still keep playing together and you can have your own tournament, you can have our tournament, we're going to have prizes and we'll have every game covered eventually. We're looking, right now the big one is Craps, but after Craps, the other ones are coming. And we're going to be promoting the hell out of those, by the way. Free, so the full functionality is in the free part. Right. If you want to be part of the tournaments and this kind of thing, then yes, we're going to have a prize pool, this kind of thing. That's a little different.
Right.
But good, yeah.
All right, what else?
What do you got, buddy? Can you give I swear to God. Everybody, hey, can you lower, everybody wants me at $2,000, like minimum buy-in for this thing. I mean, we got to sell some merch. Anybody want a hat? Anybody want?
Can you give Alex money?
Let me see what I got. I got a car payment due. Listen. We need to sell some hats. Okay. So here's what we do. By the way, so I know we get asked this a lot, and I'll be honest with you. So for the longest time, we ran our investment in the channel and media and things like this was literally 150%. We always ran behind. Now we are actually ahead, and so but a lot of the money I won't say all of it because we're now sort of trying to recoup a lot of the investment we made, thanks to you guys. But a lot of the money that we do, we add new editors, we're adding new camera equipment, we're adding equipment all the time, and sort of we're expanding. Today we had 8. We maxed out our media bookings, our challenges. We had 8 bookings at Casino Quest today.
That's
Timmy
awesome.
and Alex. Alex is bent over all day with Timmy filming. Love it. Absolutely love it. We actually have availability for about 10 media challenges a day. But so the money that we get, we're not sponsored by the Strat, although we have kind of talked to them and we sort of laid the groundwork for some of that. And we're looking at adding another casino. But we use the money that we get from the channel to create that experience, and it's not as much as many people might think. So the budgets that we have are somewhat limited. Now, as things grow, we're happy. Like, listen, we want to eventually be at the high limit room. You know what I mean? Like, there's nobody. I would love that. I mean, everybody would love that. I mean, why wouldn't? Right now, it's penny keno and some quarters.
That's right. Quarter poker machines.
But
penny slots. Yeah.
But yeah, go to CasinoQuest.biz. Check out. We're slowly upgrading our merch. Sticky's come out with some great designs.
Yep.
Although the new Casino Quest design is going to go up like this week. It's been a work in progress.
Yep.
But all right, what else you got? Anything else?
I do. I'm curating questions. So
Wow,
sometimes
all
I-
those questions? You got that many? Holy
That's great.
smokes!
That is awesome.
All right, anything for?
This is earlier when you're talking about occupancy.
It's 25, but it's going to be 50% on the 3rd or 4th of March.
March 15th, I believe.
No, 3rd or 4th of March.
Really?
50%. I thought so.
I don't know. Sometime in March. It's coming.
Sometime early in March.
I'll fact check that while you guys
We'll
talk.
fact check
Okay.
it later, but
Yeah.
the infection rate, we're under like 8% now.
Yeah.
It's dropped a tremendous.
Yeah.
And there's like the death rate's gone down. I mean, basically,
Yep. Well, people are getting the vaccine now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those masks, it's amazing. You know, I know people don't like wearing them. A lot of people are
I
very
hate
opposed
wearing
to them. You know what?
I do wear it.
They're really helping.
No, I know. I do
They
wear
are.
it. I do wear it.
They are. And not as many people have gotten the flu this year.
Yep.
And things like bronchitis
I'll
and
be honest with you.
sinus infections and what?
Here's what I think. Now that we have this mRNA, this new way of making vaccines, and the world had to sit up and got a lesson in sort of creating this, and really everybody sort of joined together to create this like new science and new. I think it's going to be better eventually. I think we have a new way forward. I think not to say, God forbid we don't want anybody to pass away or be, that's the thing, okay?
Right.
But I think now we have this technology that was kind of forced. We were forced to deal with it, right?
Right.
At least right now, we were forced to sit up and would it have been better if we had maybe a little more time? We didn't. That's just not the reality. But maybe now we now have this new technology that we can roll out, as other things come down the pike. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
anyways, there's that. Esports going to be on the sports books like here in Vegas, 100%. There's a huge investment being made in esports, and I honestly think that the casinos are going to break out of the mold. And as far as the sports books go, and the ways that you can invest and make and bet like MGM bets and all these other different apps that are coming to play, 100%. I think that you're going to see a whole new dynamic playing out in the very, very near future. Huge investments that are being made in esports, no doubt about it.
I'm going to take your word on it. I don't know anything about that.
Well, I mean, it's a new category. The Luxor has had sort of an esports arena. So it's people that are playing professional video games. Right.
No, I know what it is, but I don't know.
And by the way,
Yeah.
it's fun to watch, dude.
Oh.
I mean, especially if it's a game you enjoy.
That's
Even if
the
it's
key.
not a game to enjoy.
No, that's the key.
Really? Just to love
for
it?
me, that's
Yep.
the key. I don't
No,
want to sit and watch a game that I could care less about.
I really think that the pandemic, as esports was sort of ramping up in some ways, because those of you, this is kind of a niche group, but it's growing quickly. You can even play World of Warcraft professionally. A lot of people don't know. I used to be a relatively famous gamer, dude. You guys don't know. I used to head one of the largest guilds, online gaming guilds in the world. Star
Really?
Shadow. I created it. I founded it. We had 22,000 members at their peak. This is back in the early 90s,
Is there anything
late
you
90s.
haven't done?
So those of you who played Asheron's Call, I was Del Cabone. That was my moniker. I was a famous tune in Ash. I was the first tune to 100, but I was also part of the beta experience for EverQuest, these kinds of games, and I had a guild. And we generated sponsorships in excess of $1,500 a month from the likes of Microsoft and Wolfpack Studios. They were behind Shadowbane originally. So I've actually stayed with, followed the esports. So pandemic hit a kind of bad timing as esports was really trying to, the professional leagues and things like this were
Right.
really trying to evolve.
Right.
But post-pandemic, especially now that people have pivoted to kind of home and Zoom and
Yeah.
these kinds of things
Yeah,
are more favorable, I think esports is going to go big. I think in the next 2 years, it's going to be a household thing. People are going to recognize it's going to be like the Olympics of esports. I mean, they're working on that, by the way.
I'm sure they are.
No, they are for
sure they are.
100%.
Yeah.
And some of these teams, it's exciting to watch the sort of the evolution of how these games are played. Go ahead.
See, the problem with, like esports, I get that you want to win. It's just like any sport.
Yeah.
But when it comes to being able to bet on it in a sports book, what's to stop
100%.
somebody from just betting on the other guy and throwing the game?
It's the same. Well, that's the same thing goes with the NBA or anything else, right?
Yeah, but a team sport is a team sport.
Right, but the
Now
team
you're
has
one guy.
the same incentive. It's the same way that you hope that
Yeah.
tennis had that problem of people throwing games in tennis.
Yeah.
There are arenas that will be built for esports in the future.
Okay.
I'm
sure
or at the very least, the new arenas will incorporate the technology necessary to play out these esports environments.
Right.
You're going to be. It's amazing how many people I meet that don't understand literally how big video games. Video games on their own is a bigger market than almost everything else on the planet.
Yeah.
Like look at all the craze with PS5s. You can't buy a PS5. Alex has been trying to buy a PS5.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You kidding me?
I don't know.
He can't get a hold of one. They're all out of stock. The minute that one comes up, boom, they're all sold out.
Is that the latest one, the PS5?
That is the latest one.
It came out recently. Like a month and a half ago.
Oh,
and the level of the games, the level of, I started playing MMOs with EverQuest, and Ultima Online was my first MMO. And, it's 3D, top-down, isometric. See what I'm saying? Boomer.
What?
Okay, now, multiplayer online game. Massive multiplayer online game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't call me a boomer. You're only 3 years younger than me.
Listen, I am younger. That's all that counts. Younger is younger. But anyways, I could go on the esports thing. Maybe one of these days I gotta have I know some big esports people, believe it or not.
Okay. I believe you.
So I have sort of lived under the wire. I still have people that come and talk to me. Because I was the early adopter of the whole MMO experience. When World of Warcraft rolled out as a game, our guild had 1,500 people that rolled into Kargath. And those of you who know the raid utility only supported 500 people at that time. And so we were actually one of the guilds invited by Blizzard to be part of that World of Warcraft experience. And I had 50 free accounts, by the way, and I was part of the beta before, our whole sort of executive guild leader team.
Right.
And we were having those. You don't know World of Warcraft? Do you know World of Warcraft?
I know what it is. I've heard it. I've never played it. I've never seen it.
Big game.
But I do know what it is. Yes.
Anyways, all right. So okay, go. What else? Move on. Yeah, she's all tapped out. Wow, I think we lost our gaming community, but it is a game, and gaming. Sort of. All right, what else you got? Did that answer that person's
question? We're a gaming channel.
I would love to do the MMO thing, but hey, what are you going to do? Are pools mostly open at the casinos? Pools are starting to reopen.
Yes, they are. They're starting to.
Not all of them are open. Circa has been open. That whole pool experience up there has been open. It's been a little pricey because occupancy, obviously. They want you to buy food. You got to commit to a food bill.
And some of them have a pit by the pool. And I'm sure that the limits have gone up.
Oh, I'm sure. Again, because of occupancy, but that'll change quickly. But they are starting to open.
Yeah, not all, but most of the casinos have their pools back open.
Here's the most frustrating thing about pools in Vegas is they all close early, and it makes no sense. Like 6:30 used to be like the latest pool in town.
Even in the middle of the summer. When it's still 100 degrees at 10 o'clock at night, the pool closed 3 hours ago.
Here's the thing. The idea has always been, and I knew this from an operations director, get the people out the pool and into the casino. That was it.
That's right. We don't want them at the pool.
If you let them sit at the pool, they'll just sit there and no one's spending money there.
That's right.
They're done.
Exactly,
And I heard that, somebody on the strip.
No, it's true.
Yep. But Circa has sort of changed that mode because their pool's open I think all the time now, right? Or it might close, but
that's the point. You have to pay to get in there.
Well, you have to commit to, you have to do a bill. You have to do $300 food bill, whatever the case is. And that changed, by the way. So a lot of times if you look up online what their pool requirements are, it'll tell you that it's a dynamic rate. By that I mean it'll change. The rate changes a lot.
Yep.
Based
depending on day of the week.
Like Cosmo, for example, the day beds will go up in price, and it's a food and drink bill. They want you to commit to a concession bill, and that will change a lot. A Cosmo pool, by the way, fantastic setting if you're younger and you really like to engage. Mm-hmm. They have this very sort of intimate pool that's sort of built on a few tiers. It's a very cool experience, by the way.
Well, Cosmo has 4 different pools.
Oh, that's the only one I only saw the one pool. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, anyways, I loved it, except it was a bit, I felt out of place because I was, I think, 20 years older than the next oldest person there. And until Lauren showed up. Just
Next question.
Wait, next
Willie
question.
Brown, thank you for the $20 super chat.
Wow, really?
Then
All right, good.
Thanks for answering all the questions. Here's to the Marty.
Oh, my God. We're
$20
$20 in. Let me text Alex. Fantastic, Sarah. Hey, we will get there, by the way. We'll have to just save some pennies. We're trying to get a sponsor a casino sponsor to kind of help us out, and we can't. It's so hard to convince a casino. Listen, we're like, listen, we don't want you to pay. We don't even need you to pay us. We just don't want to go broke gambling and try to create this content.
Right.
We need a little help. But anyways, it's a hard conversation to have. Is what it is.
All right.
Yeah, good.
What else you got?
Well, another super chat there.
Oh,
James
thank you.
Thank
James
you.
Zero. Fantastic.
First time staying at the Cosmos, Sunday the 7th. 3 nights, Lauren, working there. Oh,
Roulette
you're
or
coming
Blackjack?
on the...
I'm guessing
Sunday
he's
the
asking
7th.
if you're working there.
Oh, next Sunday the 7th, next week.
Is that next week? Yeah.
I will be working there, actually. 7th.
What do you
for
deal
3
mostly?
nights.
You deal blackjack a lot. And Bach?
Not so much anymore.
Really?
No, actually, I'm not even in high limit most of the time anymore.
Oh my God, really?
I do a lot of carnival games, Pai Gow and
Really?
Ultimate Texas Hold'em, yep. And some blackjack and a little roulette and every once in a while Baccarat. But I'm phasing out of high limit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that a
Yeah.
personal choice?
Yeah, I mean,
Little
it's
bit.
kind of mutual. Yeah. I mean, I like high limit. I enjoy being in there, and I love Baccarat. I get to sit down, and I've got back issues, so that helps me. But it's a little boring sometimes.
It is boring.
It can get boring. I'd rather
Yep.
be kind of out where the action is.
I would tell anybody, believe it or not, most people might not. When I was younger, a bird game, as much as I hated the bird game when I first started, being bent over all day, but as I got older, oh man, I miss that action. I miss having 8 people on the side, and because the bird game lowered the entry level. You made $100, you played all day long,
Right.
and you played a lot.
Yes.
$100 now,
Yes.
you could be out in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
In a $10 table. I mean, it doesn't really go far.
Well, and that's just like I would much rather be busy than stand around doing nothing.
100%.
Years ago, when we opened our second high limit room upstairs on the second level,
Yeah.
I was in there quite often, and I literally had to beg to get out. I was like, please,
Really?
if you're closing a table and you're sending somebody downstairs,
Yeah.
pick me. I want to,
Yeah.
because it's just like if you don't have a player, you just kind of sit there and it makes an 8-hour day so much longer.
Keno is big, Lauren. Keno is big.
Thank you for
James,
the $10
thank you.
super
Keno
chat.
video. I hated
Here's a
Keno. Just saw how much fun.
few
Yes.
more spins for David's next Keno video.
See?
I hated Keno until I saw how much
Listen
fun you guys have.
Listen here.
playing.
Here's the thing.
Let's give
If you
Sharon a
sit
good
there
time.
and you zombify, it's going to suck whatever you do. But if you have fun, especially if you bring someone with
People
you,
are killing me.
and you can I know, but so it's a mixed bag. So some people I brought with me now have really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Because it's a great way to
Yeah.
share an experience. They pick numbers, I pick numbers, make it a little competition instead of going our separate ways and just whacking our bankroll, whatever the case is, right?
Yep.
And
Yep.
you don't have to bet a lot to win a
No.
little bit,
You don't.
even when we lose. The problem is that those people that pine about me talking, they start the video. Listen, when you see me, I'm going to be talking, just so you know,
True.
until I get home.
True fact.
And then I really zombify at the house, dude.
I
I
don't
check
know if I
out.
believe
No,
that.
I do. I check out when I go home. I really do. I just have to.
You got to rest your voice. For
I do.
tomorrow.
It has to recover. But I love playing with you.
Yeah,
It's a lot of fun.
I like playing with you too.
And then
I'm still not thrilled with the Keno part.
you're
but
the last person I won with, by the way.
Oh, really?
Son of a bee. You are lucky, Lauren.
That's right.
I have one. This has been this month has sucked for me. I can't win to save my life, dude.
Damn.
And,
Well,
I've
luckily
tried-
this month is almost over.
It is almost over.
So hopefully here's
Yeah.
to March.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I enjoy playing with you.
Yeah.
I'm still not thrilled with the Keno, but
That's all right.
we're like I
No,
like
we have
hanging
great
out with
rapport.
you. Yeah, we get along.
See, the
and-
thing is at bingo, see when you go to the bingo hall, everybody's like, shh. We gotta go to the bingo hall, like where they have the smokers thing, and we can just be in our own bubble
yeah, but then
and just have fun playing bingo.
it's a cloud, really, not a bubble.
It is
I
a
mean,
cloud.
like, yeah, I
You
mean,
can't even make out figures in there. They all look like silhouettes.
But that's the thing about bingo is that even in there,
Yeah,
you still have to be quiet.
You gotta
because
be
there's
quiet.
microphones in there.
yeah. Everybody's like, shh.
Yeah. But we're working on possibly another casino that we're going to partner up with and maybe be able to do something with bingo.
Yes,
Maybe.
we have, and that's sort of the purpose of that because bingo's big.
Yeah.
We love bingo. We love. I'll be honest with you. I love all the things that are cheap. That you can do stuff with.
Well,
Bingo, you're in. How much money can you be in bingo? And you sit there for an hour and a half with your hot chocolate and you just have a great time. Wait, you watch a lot of older ladies yelling bingo.
You can play bingo for $4 for an hour.
$4
for one paper,
$4?
the cheapest one paper,
all I
without
need.
any of the jackpot stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You can. Now, I don't recommend that.
But like
because
$20,
if you want-
you can have a nice
Absolutely.
little hour and a half
Absolutely.
time.
Yep.
And $1
Yep.
for the hot chocolate.
That's right.
I mean,
That's right.
I used to love it.
Extra whipped
When
cream.
I didn't have a whole lot of money to spend.
Yeah.
extra. I used to go to Arizona Charlie's is where I used to go the most back in the day.
Yeah.
Because there's something about the Arizona Charlie, either it was 24 hours where I was late, or they had it at the other hour. Some have it on the even hour.
It
some on
was
the odd
24 hours. It is not anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
After they reopened after the quarantine.
So when I worked swing shift, I think I used to go there, and one of them had like some of them have even hours, odd hours, whatever it is.
It wasn't Arizona Charlie's, but there is like one casino that most of them do it on the
Yeah.
odd hour, and
Yeah.
there's one that I can't remember which one.
Get that even hour in
They
there.
got the even hour, did the even hour.
Get
Yeah.
that even hour. All right. Well,
Yeah.
so we're
working on it.
We are working on it.
Yep.
And we're like, there's some channels that do high limit stuff. We will do some high limit stuff, I think. But for the most part, we're going to do stuff like that for the most of you play.
Yeah.
And that's how I play. I don't play anything outrageous,
Yeah.
So-
I don't either. I mean, you're not going to find me at a $25 poker machine.
Really?
No,
If
not
I
yet.
hit big on craps, man, I progress. All right, what else do we got? Thank you so much, by the way. Lauren, can you gamble where you work? Oh, really? You can't gamble at the Cosmo?
I can't even play the slot machines.
Wow.
Yeah. Nope.
That's not true with a lot of casinos will let you play slots if you're off
Yes,
work.
correct.
You can't wear your name tag or your
Correct.
whatever.
And there are some casinos that you can even go play slots on your break.
Gold Coast used to let you play slots on your
Did they?
break. Oh,
And
I got some
Arizona Charlie's
stories
too.
I had a Royal Flush on a break one time.
And then you're late getting back to
I
the
was
game.
late. I had to tell my crew. I had to pay off my crew that day.
Yeah,
$100 a pop
Yeah.
they wanted.
Yeah.
I was like, you little bastards.
Yeah.
It was $1,199. Remember those?
Yeah,
Royal
11
Flush.
It was called the $11.99 tax break special.
Yep. And Gold Coast used to give you a basket. Whatever month it was. Sometimes you got a jacket. You got something
Yeah,
for
yeah.
hitting a hand pay.
Yep.
And this hand pay, I won a basket. I forget what month it was. A bunch of crap in the basket.
I'm guessing probably April. It was like an Easter basket
maybe.
type thing.
I had to put it under the flipping table. Because we didn't have lockers, and I had nowhere to go. I was already running late, so there's
funny.
basket under the table.
That's funny.
I was praying that nobody saw it, these hawk-eyed supervisors.
James, thank you for the $5. Unpopular opinion. David's talking.
Yep.
Makes the Kino videos.
This is like the one guy. I love you. It's like,
Listen, you guys are killing me.
see, I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I know.
Gab, I'm trying to tame it down a little bit because I'm trying to find
Are
a
you?
balance. No, I did the last one I did. I actually sat there and been like, took moments of silence, kind of thing. I
Kills you to do that, doesn't it?
I'll be honest with you. There was a time in my life when I was in a setting where I couldn't speak or talk or interact at all for days at a time. And I promised myself that I would get out of my head. You know how weird it is to be in your head and you can't talk, speak. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain it other than that, but I definitely made a promise to myself that when I left that, I would not be that. I would get out of my head.
Gotcha.
Because a lot of people spend their lives quiet. They either, and it's not for wanting to be that way. It's just for, this is the life that
Some it is. Some are just that way.
that is true.
I am not that way.
All right,
I really
Tom.
haven't ever been that way.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
But Tom, our casino's okay with a one and done at the craps table. Oh, 100%. They'd love you. Are you kidding me? Absolutely every time.
Good.
We see that a lot on craps especially.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, you have a story. I got a story with this one
go
and done
ahead.
thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm at a casino, local casino, not too far away. A Cosmo supervisor would come in. He would bet a place bet on the 6 or 8. He would
Okay.
start with just one place bet on the 6 or 8. He would wait for a point to be established. He would not roll the dice. Okay. And this was at a station casino, by the way. And the table limit, I think, was 2,000. I believe 2,000.
Okay.
And so he would want to win $100 a day. That's it.
Okay.
So he'd start with a $90 6 or 8, which, as you know, pays $105. And he hits that once, and take me down, out the door.
Okay.
And most times it worked out for him. If the $90 doesn't hit, he starts chasing. And let me just say, he would $90. It became like $240. Became like $360. Became like $1,200. He had some of these weird, and at the very it was 0.7, 0.7, 0.7, 0.7, 0.7, and so he
hit the $2,000 max.
Yeah, so a $2,000 max on that table. $2,400 is the maximum place bet, right? Mm-hmm. And so he goes and he's shaking. This poor guy. He's a supervisor. Mm-hmm. I don't want to. He's a supervisor.
We'll talk later.
Higher level supervisor. I know
where that was and who that was.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah. So $2,400. Mm-hmm. He's shaking. Because you ever see this when a player is they've lost so much money?
I have seen that.
I've seen people shake at the ATM. I mean, literally shaking. Yeah. You know that they got some serious. So $2,400. And this time around, because it was always 0.7, and the point was often 6 or 8. Mm-hmm. So he never had an opportunity to collect any money because he'd wait for the point to be established. Right. So he's like, you know what? Work my bet. Gotcha. $2,400. I forget it was a 6 or 8.
Right.
7.
Oh, ouch.
Yep. Never saw that guy at that casino again.
Really?
Until I left. I'm sure he still had a gambling pot, but he whacked him.
I'm gonna say, how long ago was that?
This was 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago.
Oh yeah, okay.
You might know who he is.
Oh, I know.
I'll describe it. I'll describe it to you.
I know who he is.
Yeah,
we'll talk later.
Yeah, we'll talk later. Yeah, completely whacked. And so they love one and dones because very often they'll nab you. You'll come, you'll win, you win, and then one time, it is what it is.
That's right. Same thing with like roulette. That's why they have those reader boards that show you all the different numbers.
Yeah, jump in.
Because when you see that there's been 10 red numbers in a row, people will run from across the casino to bet black.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And you get a lot of that, and it doesn't mean anything.
I was always jealous of those roulette dealers that got to go on break after rolling 10 reds in a row. They're like, you, out. You know what I mean? That's like a free break.
Go on break.
Yeah, go on break, please. For the love of God. Yeah. We need a new spin here.
Yep.
Dude. All right. What else you got?
What is the average rental home cost in Vegas?
It's
a great question. It depends on if you want a 1-bedroom house or an 8-bedroom house. So what are you renting?
So the average rental actually, as a statistic here in town now, is around the 1,400 mark.
That sounds right.
So it'll scale down if you want something smaller, or scale up. If you're literally looking at a house, it really depends on the neighborhood. If you go into Summerlin, you're going to be hitting about $1,600 to $2,000 for a small home to rent. If you go into some areas of North Las Vegas, you might be able to find one around the $1,000 mark, believe it or not, depending upon where that is. If you go up to some of the newer areas of town, Sky Canyon, Centennial Hills, and you're willing to commute a little bit, you can pay around $1,400, $1,500 for a fairly nice townhome, 2-bedroom, 1,600 square feet. Here around the school, believe it or not, is a fairly affordable homes for rent. And there's even a few of these. These are some of the older homes, unincorporated Vegas. And there's a few of them with like mother-in-law attachments and these types of things for rent. And some of those can be really affordable. Running from, let's say, $800 to $1,200. We've had someone find one for $800 recently. That was a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, sort of mother-in-law attachment, because some of these houses over here have these large lots. Mm-hmm. And some of these people have literally taken to building an attachment and renting it out.
Casita. Yeah.
So it's really so the inventory of houses available for sale here has been low in Vegas, but there are quite a few rentals, and we're expecting, as much as rental prices have gone up, there's been a little bit of a consolidation. People have moved in with their families, and they've sort of doubled up, given if you haven't had work, or you've had some issues dealing with the pandemic. So we're expecting rents. So I recently read a report that's expecting sort of the rents to go down and the housing inventory to open up, especially now that some foreclosures will start to hit the market, this kind of thing. It's sort of the normal ebb and flow of Vegas. But it's still not ridiculous. If you're coming from California, we're really cheap. If you're coming from Midwest Kansas, it's going to be a bump, of course.
Yeah.
So it really depends. Now, I know a lot of people have reached out to us to help. It's really hard for us, at least right now, to provide too much movement assistance. We can give you a heads up on the areas of town to live in. So what we normally say is stay about where the school is, going west. Anything west, if you draw a line literally from the school and you go out in both directions, kind of stay west. East, there's a southeast is a good neighbor. Southwest is a good neighbor. Southeast.
And Henderson is good too.
Henderson's
like
fantastic
Green
area.
Valley area.
Yep, no, all that's good. So that would be like southeast, east heading southeast.
Yep.
There's still some, some spotty areas east that, need a little work, let's just say. Every city, every major city has those kinds of things.
Of course.
And we're happy to help you with that. But yeah.
Yep.
Good?
All right, what else?
Wait, someone just gave a super chat. I'm like preparing it.
You're preparing the super chat? God, we just love the super chat
Right.
thing. Whoever
Principal
knew?
Skinner, thank you,
Principal
thank
Skinner,
you.
how you doing, buddy? Can Alice get? See, it's up to
5,000
5,000
now.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Yeah, he did mention the 5,000. You people,
High limit,
BP,
and roulette.
MGB.
Wow.
Yeah, that's that.
Wow.
That's that Martingale GB. That's all we could say.
$5. Go on your way to the 5,000.
Yep.
Put it
So
in
now
the
we have $24.99 towards the $24.99. It's slowly building up.
That's right.
No, we'll be there. Interestingly, one of the few real systems that has worked has been the MGP. We can't say the whole word
can't.
on YouTube, but
No.
those of you in Discord, by the way, Discord community is just huge. It's just huge gambling
Then
community.
you know what we're talking about.
I log into Discord sometimes.
Oh, do you?
I do. I love the
I've never
memes and some of the
never
other
seen
things that they share.
There's a question about it.
Alex shows me a lot of stuff.
Oh, Alex takes pride. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
our debauchery. Yeah, Dave, man, that's so funny because when you see our comments, I love it actually, dude.
Yeah.
You guys have fun all you want. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm believe it or not, I'm not very PC. Timmy's always wondering like when it's all gonna come crashing down. If you know my life, I'm a very diverse person. I've lived lots of things.
I'm gonna answer Timmy's question. It's not gonna come crashing down
Yeah.
because I am also in addition to being all the other things I
Yeah,
am here.
yeah.
I'm the head of human resources right
Yes.
now.
Yeah, good.
And I'm not PC either. So
Yeah, I mean,
don't see
and
it crashing down.
And the thing that the PC thing is like, so I love all the innuendo, dude. I get a kick out of
Yeah.
it. I don't take
Yeah.
it. I think how you live your life is how you treat other people. That's the key.
Yep.
Just because words are words sometimes, and good.
Agreed.
Yeah, fantastic. What else we got? We got other stuff. Is that the end of it? That's all of it?
No.
No.
We got
One
more?
more.
We got more. I got like 10, 15 more minutes
All right.
before I have to leave.
All right.
Planet Hollywood took Crisscross Poker out about 2 years ago. I think I read that Binions was putting it in. Can you find it in any other casinos? Crisscross Poker, I've heard of it. I don't even
Really?
know what it is.
I have no idea. Never heard
I
of it.
have heard of it. I don't know what it is. I don't know who's got it.
Is it on a like a black? Is it on yeah?
It's a
not
table
sure.
game.
Is it
It's
table
a table game? I'll tell you how you can find out though.
Hmm.
You can go to just Google it. Crisscross, like
Yeah.
where to play.
Yeah.
Where to play Crisscross
There's a few
Poker.
sites now that tell you where
That will
everything
tell
is.
you what casino has what games.
We're waiting. So the pandemic has kept me and Alex from a lot of. We used to tour almost all the casinos.
Yeah.
And you'll see Alex walking down the strip here soon, chewing gum, tying his shoes. But we're gonna go back and we're gonna kind of you know what? Used to have the most carnival games of any casino I've ever been to was always the Paris.
Oh, really?
They have everything, dude.
I haven't
They
been
have
to Paris in
Mississippi
years.
Stud. They have
Do
Let It
they?
Ride. They have all of it. They
Okay.
I think still to this day they just sit there dead.
Some people love those games.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you go to Louisiana, you go other markets,
Oh yeah.
Midwest.
That's
I mean,
all.
Let It
they-
Ride,
it's-
Mississippi Stud. It's
yeah,
all there. Yeah.
75% of their games are
We
carnival
just
games.
we profiled a game the other day. This 4-card Omaha.
Oh,
I
yeah?
had a 4 of a kind.
Oh, nice.
I was a big winner on that game.
Ooh.
I actually went on there and I played it online on his website. It's actually pretty cool. If you guys haven't seen it, it's an interesting game. There's so many cards in play. We had like 3 times that when we were testing it that I almost got a royal flush and a straight flush.
Wow.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, okay. Next week when I come back to school, when
We'll
I come
play
back
it.
to work.
All right,
I
yeah,
wanna
we'll play a
see
little
it.
bit.
I
All right,
wanna see
good.
it.
Yeah, you're
All right.
going away for a week. All right, what else you got?
I am going away.
Another super chat.
Holy smokes.
Andy, thank
Half for
you.
Daddy's Keno edition. Half for that's another $5. We have $34.99, $34.99 towards the grand
So now we
the
have
MGB.
the Keno account,
Alex
and
is
the
going to be so proud.
the MGB account.
You know what we can do? We could just fire Timmy for a couple weeks. That's all the money we need, dude. I mean, that guy makes more.
Don't fire him. Just stop paying him.
Okay, well,
I mean,
he's not going to work if we don't pay him.
No.
Who's going to do the
To
challenges?
be fair, you kept paying him when he wasn't really working, so he
we
owes
did.
us.
We kept him. We
He
kept him
owes
in
us.
play through the pandemic. He did a great job, by the way.
did.
He set us
He
up
did.
on those
Yeah, he
tables.
did a
If it
lot of
wasn't for
work.
Timmy,
Yeah.
I got to give Timmy a little credit.
Yeah.
Man, that hurt.
We razz him. We give him a hard time.
No, we love
love
Timmy.
Timmy.
Except when he calls me. You know what I mean?
In the middle of a podcast.
In the middle of a podcast, little bastard.
All right, next.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you, Andy, very much. All right, what else you got? Lauren, what do you got to do? Go at 8? And then this will be like David's Vegas again? John Wang, will my credit score be looked at when trying to become a dealer? Okay, ready? 90% of the time, no. Most casinos do not look at credit score. However, guess what? If you want to go to certain casinos, they will use credit as an evaluator. So you at the top tier, you can't have a bankruptcy. That's number one. That's almost an automatic disqualifier for certain. And when I say top tier, I mean where someone else right here is working, a few places like this. But so bankruptcy is a big no-no, and any kind of like what I've heard what is basically if you owe a lot of paycheck places and these types of things, and you're revolving credit, payday loans,
loans.
They see that as you being at risk of being opportunistic as a dealer, and where Lauren works, and let's say you're working at the Bellagio, you're gonna be slinging $1,000 checks. You know what I mean? I mean, it's that easy to put them in your pocket. Bellagio guys got off with $1 million, snake in bets.
Yep. That's
so
right.
so most casinos, that's a big no.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah.
They won't run their credit report, but there are a few that do.
And when you become a dealer, you're breaking places.
No one cares.
They're the ones that don't care.
And they, by the way, they don't check for pot as part of employment. However, go ahead, you fill them in.
If something happens to you on the job where
Yes.
you get hurt and you have to go in for a drug test, that it can be used against you
That's
as
right.
far as letting you go.
Because the federal OSHA guidelines, so according to federal law, it's still against, and you know what I mean? Our state specifically has a law that says you cannot use testing for pot as a prerequisite, or you can't use it as a guideline.
You can't not hire somebody because they've
Right.
smoked pot.
Yeah, because
But you can deny them workers' comp if you get hurt on the job and you
find that
you have
they
it in your system.
Yeah.
And I think you might be able to fire somebody for having.
Really?
I don't know if they get hurt, like
Yeah.
not just random, like you're high. Well, if you come to work high, obviously you don't want to come to work high either.
Really?
But you want to.
Can they send you home?
I would think so.
What can they do?
I would think they can send
You
you
can be
home.
like, it's legal to get high. I got high in my house, and then I drove my ass here high, which is not legal.
There you go. It's
Now
like
I'm at
coming
work,
to work
though.
drunk, though. It would be like coming to
Really?
work. I would think.
Anyways,
You come to work drunk, and they're gonna
yeah, that's
maybe
the thing.
fire you.
Yeah.
Some kind of discipline.
What else we got? Oh, Lawrence bingo
Yay,
account.
thank
That's
you,
one
Andy.
card, buddy.
Yay!
We gotta love it. By the way,
it's a start.
we are gonna schedule the one thing we're gonna do when we get out of here is we ran into some fans at the Strat the other day while we were filming, so that's fantastic. And we've been thinking about whether or not to let you guys know like where we are when we're doing it, because like we gotta film, we gotta focus, and the sound and everything else. But we're gonna schedule meetups. Like we already have commitments from a casino to do a meetup, and what I want to do is cater it. I want us to eat food while we're gambling.
Sure, why not?
All $5 tables.
Yeah, I mean you've got the game anyway. It's your table,
Dude,
so
I
why
want to
not?
reserve a whole pit for
But
all of
you
you
know what I
guys to
think
come
would
out.
be fantastic?
Uh-huh.
Meetups with like sit and play at a blackjack table with you guys. Is
No,
that
that's
what you're
it.
talking
No,
about?
that's what I'm talking
that
about.
would be great.
No, that's
great.
and we're also going to have cardio with Alex and David, dude. We're going to all get back in shape. We all, not everybody, but some of us.
Fine, I'll do it too.
We're gonna do walks. I mean, I work out a little bit,
Yeah.
and me and Dennis we hit the gym, do the cardio, and I'd love to, once everything returns to normal. Those of you who are the local we're gonna do some strip walks, and we're gonna do the community. I mean, we want to connect with as many people as possible. That's the thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We've run into some other content people who are like, excuse me, excuse me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We find that silly. We're not going to be able to make contact with everybody, but I mean,
Right, of course,
me and Alex,
of course.
it's not a thing. But
right.
go right ahead.
Okay, 2 more, Dennis.
2 more, and then she's got to go.
Yep.
Then it's just David's only podcast.
There you go.
It's, David, when's the workout? Oh, God, I know. See? I know, we're working on that.
Yeah,
I do a thing, it's called proprioception. It's part of the NASM training regimen. If you have a NASM coach or a NASM trainer, they'll teach you, they'll talk to you about proprioception. But I do a lot of work on a balance, stability ball and a Bosu ball. So it's a very unique workout. Anyone here, it's in Vegas. If you've been at 24 Hour Fitness or LVC, you've probably seen me doing the ball. So I do a lot of this. I've been teaching dentists, and I'd love to share that with everybody because it improves your, obviously your balance and your response. It's what's really kept me youthful.
You guys could do that. Doesn't Alex has equipment in his
garage? Yeah, we're working on it. I mean, right now I'm with
busy.
COVID and everything else, a little busy.
Yeah.
So it gets wound up. But we'd love to share that with you.
Yeah.
Anybody's interested.
All right, that was a quick one, so we'll go 2 more.
2 more quickies. Lauren loves the quickies.
This is also a quickie.
Lauren. Oh, little bastard poker. He's just a little bastard. We went to UNLV today, and there was someone there, and they asked me, do you call everybody a little bastard? And I was like, yes, you're all little bastards. So we had. I was a guest lecturer at UNLV. I'm
awesome?
an adjunct professor now.
I love it when they have us come do that.
We have another channel that calls ourselves Listen, by the way, we love all. I shouldn't say kids; they're all adults. But UNLV has a program. They at Hospitality Hall. Scott Moore, Professor Scott Moore, who have you seen?
Yep.
And they're educating, these young minds and introducing them to gaming. So today was craps, and I'm all about craps. And we had 3 groups going around and teaching them and playing. It's a little different now because of COVID. Obviously, we had a few things we had to work out. But
pre-COVID, I went for some roulette seminars and lectures.
And you do that. By the way, I'm proud of a lot of things, but when I walk into UNLV, I'm a little more proud. I don't know what it is because I didn't get to go to college. I did go to a college campus for a while. I did independent study, and I went to University of Phoenix, which really doesn't count. I just collected money and then did this introductory thing. But anyways, walking into UNLV and at least just being recognized for craps of all things, like who would have ever thought that I would be doing craps at UNLV?
Yeah.
And my mother's proud, but I'm proud. I have to say, it puts a real smile on my face. Alex asked me which one. We had all these challenges today. I love doing the challenges. Yeah. But if it comes between UNLV and the challenges, man, the UNLV thing was just fantastic.
I agree.
And we took some students. And all the students, it was a lot of fun, dude.
Good.
It really was.
Good.
All right, what else you got?
I'm adjusting it right now. So give me a quick second.
Quick second. You got it.
He's good, dude. Dennis is fantastic.
Yep.
You guys can talk for a second.
We can talk?
Do you see the thing where it looks like that? What is that?
No, you're crazy. There's nothing.
What is that?
Listen.
Is that the exercise?
Listen here.